A London YouTuber claims to have been abducted by aliens and fallen in love with one of them.
It was like all this love and light around him, and it just felt like we almost knew each other from like a different life or a different galaxy. Hi, I'm Abby Bella. I'm an actor and creator, and I'm in love with an alien.
Well, there's probably a mental issue. There really is. And I'm not making fun of her. There's probably some type of...
Make fun of Rihanna. She's a fucking idiot. In Bella's telling, she encountered 5 aliens in a UFO, so it was a gangbang.
Oh, yeah, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's getting interesting.
Now, okay. I take
you
this
got
back.
my attention.
Yep, you got... Now we're getting somewhere.
One connected with me, she gushed, describing the feeling as being in love times 100. I didn't get his name, but I felt exactly the same.
His name is E.T., for you that don't know.
Yes.
That
stands for Ed Thompson. Of the things that we fucking read on here, though, this doesn't surprise me. How many do you think is too many times a week?
To what?
What do you think an average male masturbation should be? Girls do it quite a bit. But I'll bet you 4 of them that I talk to masturbate multiple times a day.
Get ready.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Headphones on. Headphones on. Microphone in position. Microphone in position. Decks on. What's what you do with that thing? Decks on. Tapes on. Tapes on. Volume on. Volume on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Hey, so are you ready to have some fun? 'Cause I am.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, we're back again. We're back again. We're back again. We're back again.
Oh my God.
I know you're gonna dig this.
I had pretty low standards.
I don't understand what's going on here.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
I love a good finger bang. Ew, what the fuck? You're a gross bitch.
Hurry the fuck up.
Shut up. I'm in slow motion today.
Why?
I'm tired.
You're always tired. You thought you were good. You said you were good.
I'm all right, but I'm still tired. I feel
you even
tired and
reminded me to do this.
What?
That.
I got to do everything apparently.
Wednesday, March 30th. This episode comes out April the 4th. It'll be, let's see, 2 days after Nacho Supremo 2
days.
2nd annual. Welcome to Back and Forth with Wes and Mike. I'm Wes.
Fuck you.
Will Smith is just slapping the fuck out of people.
Everybody.
Just go like he's in a fucking movie.
He's a broken man.
He is.
You know, I'll tell you right now, and they were I've been trying not to keep up on it because it's like you don't give a fuck, but at the same time, how do you not? It's literally all over everything. Mm-hmm. I'm on NFL pages and they're talking about it. They don't even talk about football anymore. They're talking about Will Smith. So it's like, what do? You got to hear about it. You got to read the articles or whatever. Anyway, they're just fucking going on and on about. They're basically just saying he almost admitted like he's just a broken man. Like it wasn't more about the joke. He was laughing at the joke.
Right.
It was not until his wife looked at him with that dirty look and like disappointment, and he was like, "Uh-oh, I better do something."
Well, something's going on with their relationship. Well, first of all, we know something's going on anyway.
She publicly announced
cheated. She was sleeping with his son's friend, all sorts of shit, and they're like working it out. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna work it out."
He's a broken man.
I could tell you right now, from being married after being cheated on and trying to make it work, it doesn't.
Well,
and
that's
why exactly what he's going through now. One hand, his mind is going, fuck this bitch, fuck everything, fuck everybody. And you get shit like this to happen. And on the other hand, he's like, oh, I got to try to be nice. It ain't going to work. He's just got to leave her.
He did it because he's trying to like work on it. Figured
trying to keep her happy.
She gave him that look, and he was like, "Oh, I better do something." It's funny. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Well, how about your wife keep dicks out of hers?
Yeah,
you know, that's all. She literally, what I was reading, publicly announced, basically saying, "Well, if he loved me, this wouldn't happen," and that he sucks in bed. I mean, all sorts of shit she was saying. So now, blatantly admitted she cheated on him and said all this shit publicly. How embarrassing! He's fucking broken, man.
What I can say is he's just trying to make up for that now.
Exactly.
And with his whole life, first of all, and then something like this happens, like, oh, I got to be tough here and I got to do this so that she...
And unfortunately, Chris Rock just was the wrong person at the right time, if you will. He said a joke, which, quite honestly, he's a comedian. I don't care what anybody says. I thought it was funny. I don't care that she has that disease. I mean, I do, but like that's what comedians do. They pick on everybody.
Yeah, but when he didn't mean
and
I agree with that. And I've heard a lot of people say that Will was wrong for that because it was just a joke. And I agree with that. You and me joke with each other pretty fucking hardcore. I mean, bad. Like I say shit about you dying and stuff. It's fun. You do the say. It's just how it is. But I think as a comedian, it makes me think of like we talk about online. It's easy for somebody to call somebody out online. And there was a meme about it, something how, like, back in my day, you didn't type back, you got punched in the fucking mouth or something like that. And this is a perfect case for that. I don't think Will should have went so crazy with it and done that, I guess, especially on the Oscars like that. But at the same time, when you make that joke, and that happens, like, well, I did make that joke.
I can tell you right now, mark my words, if he wasn't going through what he's going through with his wife and she wasn't a whore, that never would have happened. Right. He never would have slapped him because he wouldn't give a fuck because he was laughing.
He didn't care until she cared.
Exactly.
And then it
only happened because of her. Mm-hmm. She made that happen, essentially. She's controlling that marriage right now in that relationship.
And not just that night. Right. He's trying not to lose her.
She is in that driver's seat.
And she's got all the control. He's trying not to lose her, and he's doing anything possible to keep her. And he thought that this was, the white knight move, go up there and take care of my woman. She don't give a fuck. She probably fucked somebody that night.
You see all those memes, there's so many though, where Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he's got to say something. Hey, Will, I hear you like to hit rocks or something. You imagine when he walked up and hit him.
Oh, it was fucking everything on TikTok. You couldn't go 3 TikToks without seeing the Will Smith thing.
Yep.
There's all something about I got in one little fight and my mom got scared but I can't remember it now. But the second part was like because I hit rock and it rhymed and it was. I wish I thought
some of them were witty. Some of them were funny.
Some of them were funny. They made me smile. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with him hitting him.
I don't see anything wrong with it either. Honestly, I'm devil's advocate. It was just a joke, so I think it was ridiculous. He laughed at it. He only did it because of the circumstances. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with him defending his wife. Then back up even more, I wouldn't defend a fucking whore like that anyway.
Yeah,
so.
this kind of goes back and forth all the time.
Exactly. But it is his wife's, and if he's trying to work on his marriage, then so be it.
God. Yeah, but that ain't the way. That ain't gonna work. If his marriage is fucked up, it's all right. Because I did all that thinking that I could stop the cheating and everything, so that I didn't lose my kids and everything. No, it don't work that way.
It's done.
Right, and it was done a year or two ago when this all first started.
It's inevitable. You can work as long as you want. You can do the marriage counseling. You can do whatever you want, but I'm telling you right now, it's done.
If anything, being like this, you do nothing but push them away. Because now he's becoming kind of a simp, if you will, and that's super unattractive. It's almost like he's desperate. And the thing of it is, people are funny. You take some of the best looking people in the world and then you talk to them one-on-one and they're like, oh yeah, I can't get girl. I can't find a girl. I can't, this and that. And it's like, really? What's the fucking problem? You can't see it from the outside in, but from the inside out. So like Will, I'm thinking to myself, he's got loads of money. He's good looking guy, I guess. He's got fame. He's got all that. I feel like he could leave there that night and get 10 girls on the way home that want to be with him.
Well, he probably could, but apparently he only wants her.
Well, how could you be in love with... That's what I mean. So, like, if somebody's fucking somebody else, how do you... See, I feel like my love... well, I don't know if I ever really love... Well, all right, so that's a good point. Maybe I really never loved my ex-wife. Because as soon as she cheated, I was like, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? It ain't going to work. I mean, we tried to make it work.
I guess maybe everybody loves differently, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess that could be part of it.
No,
He obviously has to love her.
I'm telling you.
Why is he staying?
in the next 3 years, we're going to see that they got a divorce.
You think 3 years? I
think
I
3
don't
years.
know it's going to take that long.
No, well, I just did that, so I wasn't wrong.
No.
But yeah, I know.
Well,
I know
yeah,
what you mean.
in the probably next 20 years or
Yeah,
so.
20 or 30 years, they'll be divorced.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'll get, yeah, all right. So take the date out of it. We'll see. They'll be divorced here before too long.
Yeah, I don't foresee that lasting.
No.
What's he going to do? Going around slapping and punching everybody his wife basically doesn't approve of type scenario? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. You're going to end up with no fucking friends.
Everybody that looks at her wrong and she doesn't like it, he's going to have to push them away. Exactly. Bro, his
Right.
friends.
You end up with nobody.
Oh, you know what? I never liked your friend Wes anyway. He's an asshole. And, he looked at me funny one time. So what's he going to do? Get rid of his friend now to appease her?
Yeah.
Now, fuck you, bitch.
Well, by
Go
the
suck some more
looks of
dick.
the way he is, he probably would do it. It seems like.
Yeah.
Is that a stain on your shirt, under your necklace, or is that a
Probably.
fucking crumb?
No, probably a stain. I didn't eat anything, so it's got to be a stain.
Oh, yeah, it's a stain. It didn't move and you hit it directly.
This whole huge body, and you notice this little teeny speckle of a stain?
Well, it stands out in a white shirt.
Hey, well, I'm in comfy clothes. I don't really give a fuck.
You're always in comfy clothes.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck. You're right.
I don't give a fuck. That's it.
Oh,
I really
seen
don't.
this thing. I thought something was going on. Do you got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, buy your fucking merch, you little dick bastards.
Oh yeah, what's the
I just placed some orders today.
Did you?
Couple people got a hold of me. I placed some more orders today, so people are still ordering here and there. They're trickling in, but you only have to April 13th, so you better get those orders placed.
April 1st.
You want a chance of winning? You want a chance of winning $300 from Wes? You better fucking get going.
What do you mean from Wes?
Yeah, but you're the one paying.
All right, yeah. Good. It sounds about right.
We're gonna take it right out of your purse.
We have a load of
you
stuff
right where it hurts,
as usual, to talk about today. The first one, we got a Russian spy. She uses sex to do her job, and
that's a good way to do it.
Women do that. They use sex as power. And the second one, we got a yoga teacher lets little boys fondle her new breasts. She just had breasts done. What else do we got? We got to write them right down so I can let people know. A woman sent a porn star to her husband to try to trick him into cheating on her. What do you think of that? You think that's fucked up? Or
I would have failed.
Would you?
That's what I think.
You think so?
Well,
really?
once we get there, we'll see what she looks like. But
oh, I don't know if it shows. Well, yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe it does. A mom. It's got two teen sons, and she made a sex starter kit for them, which includes instructions on how to finger a woman.
Good mom.
And all sorts
She's
of
looking
stuff.
out for her kids.
I guess so.
What's wrong with that?
My mom got me Girls Gone Wild. Remember when that was a big thing
Yes,
first came out? I
yes.
think I was like 17 or something.
Oh, shit. She waited that long?
And there's a woman in love with an alien. And she ends up... She got abducted, and then now she's in love with it.
They must have found her.
This is fucking ridiculous. I meet girls on Bumble, which I'm getting rid of that again. I got rid of it, then I got it back, then I got rid of it, and I got it back. Another one bites the dust. I meet and I'm starting to feel bad, and somebody, Pee-wee was like, why do you go on there if you're just going to drop them anyway? But it's not that I want to drop them. It's that you got to filter through to see if they're going to be.
Not for nothing, but it seemed typically, from what I hear, you would think it's hard to find anything worthwhile on there anyway. That you get all sorts of fucking breeds and mindsets out there. People are fucking weird,
right? So
and you meet them all on there. It seems like you could meet 70 girls on there, and probably 2 of them are normal. No bullshit. And there's always got to be something wrong. There's a reason they're on that site. I'm thinking in my head, I guess.
I'm not saying, because I'm not that mean. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with anyone in particular. But what made me think of it is another one that I was talking to. I ended up stopping talking to her, and there was nothing really wrong. This one was more just me not want. Well, it was a distance thing too. That was But see, this stuff you kind of know. But like you just said, you meet so many different types of people on there that you're basing it off of like 10 words and 5 pictures. So like Pee-wee one time told me, she's like, why are you going on there and just hurting people? It's like, well, I'm not really hurting people because they're doing the same to me.
I guarantee you're not the only you're not the only guy to talk to them for a couple weeks and then never talk to them again.
You have to talk to them for a couple days or a couple weeks and find out, and then it's like, oh, well, this isn't really the one for me. No hard feelings, and you go on to the next.
And if they're getting upset over that means they're a fucking weirdo and you don't want them anyway.
Right. So I'm half-assed. I'm like, oh, I should get rid of it because we know how I am. We talk about me all the time.
We know.
I'm above average on the picky level, so it's
that's to be
a little bit.
You're putting it nice, aren't you?
But I'm just saying, if I don't do that, I'll never fucking. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't care. Let's get right on to the Russian spy, shall we?
She doesn't look bad. I'd let her seduce me.
She's not bad. She's kind of got that Asian
How do
look.
you
I'm not
fucking
really.
Aya Rosa? Is that her name? Aya?
Probably.
I like Aya. I'm gonna go with that just because.
Former Russian spy says she was taught to use sex to seduce her targets. Aya? Wait a minute.
What happened?
Oh, there's an L. It's Alia.
Is there now?
Well, there ain't 3 I's. It's Alia.
There's only 2 here, and I don't know. I'm fucked up.
Alia Rosa shares that she was expected to follow her father's footsteps, who was a highly ranked military general, and join the military. She went on to undergo training as a spy and allegedly got training from the same people who trained the Russian president himself. The former spy says that in her educational center, she was taught how to use her body to seduce targets and extract information from them. Well, ain't that a typical fucking woman?
I gotta tell you, I fucking tell her whatever she wants to know. She put out. Fuck it.
Would you?
I don't think she looks too bad.
You definitely fail the porn star tricker. Ooh, she looks good in that picture. Can we zoom in?
Oh boy.
You read that. I'll see if I can zoom this in.
Oh boy, does she. Born in the USSR, Alia Rosa, who used to be a Russian spy, shares how she was
I don't like
trained
her face.
during, I don't mind it. She's got a nice body too. During her military time, the methods of seduction to use on her targets. Rosa shares that at that time, she was expected to follow the footsteps of her father, who was a high-ranking military general, and join the military. She was trained as a spy, allegedly, with the same people who trained her. Why is this like this? It's repeating itself. You already read this, and likened the experience to the 2018 film Red Sparrow. The film stars Jennifer Lawrence as Dominic Igorova or something, a former ballerina who enrolls in Russian intelligence program and starts using her body as a weapon to entrap a CIA agent. She doesn't look good in that one, though.
Not at all. Nope.
No, she doesn't look good in that, but
Rosa says that when she watch such movies,
here we
she
go.
thinks,
Right off
I
the
can't
rip.
believe all these, and this ain't all from the same site. These are all from different sites, and yet
all
none
over
of them,
the place.
nobody edits anything online anymore, apparently. There's no editing at all, or proofreading, I mean.
Nobody gives a fuck.
She thinks, oh my God, how do they know all these things, blah, blah, blah. Rosa, who is now 37. Wow, she's the same age as me. Talks about her time. Boy, this is a funny age. I go on TikTok, and I find girls that are like, they look my age or older, and you find out they're fucking 20. And then on the other hand, I find women that are like 50 and they look like they're 22. Like, I don't understand. It's a weird time right now. Some 37-year-old women look like they've smoked fucking Pall Malls all their life and they're about 70. And then other ones look like they're about 25.
And then you'll find some on there that look like they're literally fucking 14 and they're like 23 or something or whatever.
Yep.
You're like, I'll tell you what, you got to ID them before you bang them nowadays. That's all there is to it.
It's tough.
You know, it's nothing personal. It's just I gotta make sure I'm safe, I guess.
It's a tough
I don't
world.
want to end up in fucking prison.
I wish I could find that. I should have thought of that. Maybe for the next episode, that guy, transgender guy that's dressed as
that you sent me?
Yeah.
The good looking?
Where it's fucking hot. She is. She's hot. And I'm watching these videos, and then all of a sudden, one of them, the comment or something was like, I just jerked off to a dude or something, the guy said. And I'm like, wait a minute. And so then I started paying attention, and even her in her captions for her videos said something about being transgender. I'm like, oh God. Like my brain, I needed to
now
wash
that you
my
sent
brain.
me that, I get them all the time that pops up. I found one the other day I almost sent you.
Yeah.
But I felt so weird gonna send it to you and tell you, wow, look at this. It's he or she or whatever looks good, that I just
and
I acted I pulled one of those, I thought it, but I never said it, and I just fucking acted like it never happened. Of course now I said it anyway.
Well, she caught me or he caught me or whatever because she was good looking. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The one you said, I'll admit it. It's weird. We sent it in that. Didn't we do it in our group message?
I might have, to the Patreon guys.
I can't remember.
The thing of it is at that point it was almost like this is trickery.
Absolutely.
This is fucking trickery right here.
That's technology for you and surgery and the way things are now.
Yeah. What would you do if you started talking to her? See, this scares me about Bumble. Because if they don't tell you that, I have no clue. It's so close looking now.
If I just started talking and then found out, I would just stop talking. I wouldn't think anything of it. But like, if it went further, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be mad, to be honest with you, I think
I would too. If I would, obviously, I'm not talking about at sex. You'd obviously know then, but
unless they had,
like
the surgery, maybe you wouldn't. I don't know.
You talked for all right. So how would you feel after that? Say they had a surgery and you guys have been sleeping with each other for a couple months.
I would feel fucked up, but I mean, I guess I would, but it's
it ain't your fault though. Like you didn't know.
No, I mean, I don't think I'd feel fucked up. But I would I'd be mad. I'd be mad and like in my head I'd be like, oh my God, dude, what the fuck?
I think even at the dating stage, like you talk for a couple of weeks, I feel like in those couple of weeks, at some point, it should have been brought up.
Although I will tell you, on this aspect of it, if they did such a good job to make him become so good looking that I'm attracted to her to begin with, and then I have sex with her and I can't even tell that it used to be a dude, then I guess there's really not much to worry about.
You're gay.
Gay.
Gay. I don't know if I could even.
I can't believe you didn't do it.
Gay!
I guess if it was so nicely done.
I don't know. I get what you're saying though. Like if you
had sex with her and you never even knew it, and you
for 6 years,
yeah, and then all of a sudden she's like, I decided after 6 years before we get married next month, I want to tell you that I'm a transgender. What are you going to do? For 6 years you've been banging her and you never knew? Well, then it can't be that big of a fucking deal because you couldn't tell after 6 years of having sex with somebody. You didn't know that it used to be a guy.
Wow.
It's still fucked up, but I mean, it's like, well, I don't know.
I think it would have been like, I would have considered it like lying at that point.
I agree.
I think at that point I would have had to break up just because of the lie, more so than that I didn't want to be with a man.
Well, I agree, but I guess in my head I'm just trying to justify it if that ever happened, how I would justify it to myself to be like, well, for 6 months of banging her, I never knew it, so it can't be that big. They did such a good job. It's just like a woman. I would have to do that to myself to make myself feel better, or I'm going to eat a bullet.
Gay!
Or I'm going to eat a fucking bullet.
I think in the talking stage, in a week or two, that you meet somebody on Bumble or Tinder or whatever, I think that needs to be told to people. And I think if you don't, you're kind of scummy for that.
I agree. I'll agree with that.
Now let's compare this to the old herp situation.
That's what I was thinking.
That was told to me in a timely manner.
That's extremely respectful.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
I never hold that against her.
No.
Unfortunately, it ruined things just because of the way you think or whatever, which I agree with too. But you can never hold it against her for telling you that. That's unbelievable, respectful, and
now if this was you in that situation, and she told you, you think a lot like me, so I know damn well you'd be like, well, I'm sorry.
I'd never have sex with her either.
That'd be it.
Never. I just couldn't in my head.
What, now, if she didn't tell you and you had been having sex for a year and then she told you, what would happen then? What would you do then?
Good question. I don't really know.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I would be as mad about that.
I'd be mad, I think, because...
But if I hadn't caught it, it's like, well, I didn't get it. So I guess in my mind would be racing.
Count your lucky stars and be like, you're an asshole for not telling me, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a less serious thing than if you used to be a man and now you're a woman and don't tell somebody for a year.
I would agree.
Which is fucked up because to sleep with that transgender person, if the surgery and everything was perfect and everything, you couldn't even tell it was a male. Nothing became of that. Whereas with herpes, you could have actually caught something and ruined your life over it. So I'm kind of opposite. Like, I think the herpes thing would be less of a deal if I found out. But in the same time,
that could be something you'd have to live with the rest of your life.
Right, that's actually more of a serious thing. I don't know though. I still think if you used to be a man and now you're a woman, I think you got to tell me. You have to let me know that.
Well, do you tell people?
They know.
That you used to be a woman?
They know.
That's why you're so picky and you're the way you are. You're just like a woman. You ever think about that?
No, I didn't. I try to forget about my woman days.
Yeah, well.
Well, that's true. We got that in common. You'd be pretty good with the surgery. I mean, you wouldn't have a whole lot to take off.
I already got the tits.
You basically have a big clit now. All they'd have to do is put a little...
that's true too. Yeah, it's like a thimble. It's like just a fucking, I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so this woman fucking uses
I don't
her
know how we
body
got on
and
that long fucking
her sex, and it was just crazy. She said,
I gotta be honest, she doesn't. She looks good in these ones, but I gotta tell you, I don't know what kind of information she's trying to get. But it's like, I'm not giving you my social security number just because you're good looking, bitch. Like,
well, and I think part of that is you have to know who to prey on.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain, and I think girls in general, and the whole reason I brought this article up was not even so much that she was good looking or that she used sex and everything, because it's actually a really boring article.
A lot of guys are simps and will do anything
exactly.
for sex.
Because the article itself is pretty boring, but the whole reason I brought it up was for that fact. I think a lot of women do this regardless of whether they're a spy or not.
A lot of us make it easy for them, to be honest.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? You're thinking exactly like I'm thinking.
Half the time they don't even have to try. Half the time, they don't even have to give up sex to get what they want.
Something I saw a TikTok the other day about why women always look like bitches when they're walking through the mall or walking out to their car or anything.
Because they don't want us to approach them.
Well, right. And it said something about why do you always look like a bitch? And then the next part of the video came up or whatever, and the next words came up, and it said something about because every guy that looks at me wants to lick my asshole. And it was kind of supposed to be a comedy thing, but it got me thinking. I was like, yeah, I get it.
That's kind of fucked up. How do they know that?
Well, they do, though. Because I see a hot girl walking out of the gym or walking into the grocery store. I'm thinking to myself, yeah.
That's what I mean. It's fucked up. How do girls know that? That's what we want. How do they? They're smart.
Because we're fucking pigs. Because we're fucking pigs. They want it, too. They just don't talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, you got to be good looking. I mean,
yeah, so I'd be bitchy, too, if I had people chasing me around all the time. Can't do a fucking thing. But so on that aspect of it, you look at TikTok and look at Instagram and Facebook, these girls that post this shit that they do, you know, they'll have a picture of my new necklace that my mom got me.
Yeah, meanwhile,
her fucking tits are hanging, her nipples are just about out of her fucking bra in the picture. It's like, nobody.
Meanwhile, the diamond necklace is about this fucking big. The tits are this fucking big. It's like, yeah, what are you really showing off?
Yeah, you're not showing the fucking necklace. That's not what this picture is about. So they're using it. Whether it's for attention, I mean, she's using it to get information. Other girls use it for attention. Absolutely. Most all girls are the same. Well, guys do it.
They
too.
only want the attention when it's convenient for them.
Girls can do it easier than guys can, though, because girls can choose who they want to sleep with. Basically, even a mid girl, like a 5 or a 6, can go into a bar
and still pick and choose,
and can be guaranteed that she can go home with somebody by the end of the night. Maybe not good looking, maybe not a 10 in her eyes, but girls can pretty much go home with anybody.
We could do that though, but we're not willing to settle.
Can we though? I don't know if I could go
to any fucking bar and pick up a 2. But I don't want a 2. So
yeah, but even then, I feel like sometimes even if you're like way over their league, I think even then girls can. It's almost like the other way. Then it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's that easy. I don't find it that easy.
You could always find a bar slob.
You think so?
I think that goes both ways. However, I do agree with what you're saying with women. It is much. Basically, a woman could walk in my opinion, this could be wrong. And like we always say, if we could ever get a fucking female on here to maybe debunk some of the ways we think, because we are just 2 guys, but they don't ever show up, so fuck them anyway.
They don't want to admit to the shit that we talked about.
Yeah. But I do agree that a woman could walk into a room with 10 guys and she could literally just be like, you know what, let's go. And be like, okay.
Especially if she's good looking. If she's like a 7.5, 8 or above, you just take your pick out of the 10 guys, basically.
That's what I mean, yeah. Just be like, stand in a line. Okay, I want you.
Because a 10 guy will go home with a 6.5 or above. A 10 girl, it's going to have to be at least an 8.5 to 9 before she'll go home with him.
Yeah.
The thing of it is that time runs out for these girls. And by about the time that it runs out for these girls is when men are in their fucking prime.
You know what ends up happening is they act like that. And I think it's funny. They act like that. They go throughout their life. Well, they get this guy, he's got a lot of money, good looking, nice house, whatever. He ends up cheating. Because he can get a lot of girls too if he's good looking and has money. What ends up happening down the road is this all happens. Then she's going to end up with a fucking 6 anyway. She's going to end up marrying a 6.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Having 3 kids, getting fat, and being fucking hideous, and nobody wants her anyway.
That's right.
That's what's going to happen to you.
Yep. It's the popular
So you should just fucking sleep with a fat fuck like me or something. Just settle now.
Get it over
because that's what you're going to end up with anyway.
Right.
You're ultimately going to end up with me, whether it's now or 4 years from now. So just do it now.
Well, and this is when the men have the power at our age. Because, 30 to like 40.
Power?
40, we still got a little power. Well, we got power in this aspect because now girls are typically going through divorces. I mean, 70% of them, people could say, oh, I'm not divorced, but maybe not you.
They're well on their way.
But 70% of girls, and guys, obviously, are divorced or divorcing now. And where are they left? They're left with 2 kids, a used fucking vagina, and nothing really some of them have decent jobs, but typically it's always been the man is the breadwinner.
Oh, you're going to piss off a lot of people.
Well, it's just the typical way it is.
I love it.
Whether or not I agree with it, I didn't say any of that, but...
If I could find one that has a better job than me, though, making more money, I'd tell you, I'm all fucking for it. I quit my fucking.
That's what I mean. I don't know if I agree with it.
You make more money than me, and you want to support me? I'll fucking quit tomorrow.
Oh, exactly. That's
I will literally be. I'll shave my head bald. I'll be Mr. Clean. You come in that house, the floor will squeak. It'll be so fucking clean when you get there. Dishes done. I'll have your dinner cooked. Your fucking clothes for work the next day picked out.
But typically, the man.
You just got to give me whatever I want when I want it. You know what I mean? I need money, so
right.
You got to take care of me.
I'd love to see you. I'd love to see you change a tire for your girlfriend on the side of the road.
No, I'm not doing that.
I know. You make her bump your fucking gas.
I said I'll do fucking dishes, but I ain't fucking getting my hands dirty. Fuck out of here. What are you, fucking nuts?
And I'm the one with the sex change?
Holy shit.
Holy fuck. You're like a woman.
You want me to fucking get cold and dirty and potentially get hit by a passer passing by?
I don't care what you do. I just think it's fucking pussy.
Hey,
is what it is.
Yeah, I am what I eat.
So anyway, people are typically getting divorced about our age or have gone through a divorce or are going to here in the next couple of years because it's pretty much fucking inevitable with social media. And now you have a man that's about in their prime and all of a sudden the women are like, it's time to settle down.
We're in our prime?
As far as looks, I think so.
I feel worse now than I ever did.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
I think I could lose 10 pounds.
I go to get out of bed, my back's fucking sore, everything hurts. Well,
that's not looks.
No, I'm not. Well, I meant talking about in our prime though. Your prime is everything. And
I'm saying prime of looks. I should have said that. That was my fault. Our prime, like back in the day when girls are 18, 22, 23, they're better looking because nothing's sagging. You don't have a lot of wrinkles. Their stomachs are usually flat. They haven't had any kids through them yet or nothing.
Fair enough.
So they're in their prime. Where men at that age are kind of like coming out of that puberty, like still have some acne and still kind of lanky and scared. Remember me? I was like a fucking twig.
Now we got beards and dad bods and they're creaming for it.
Well, exactly. And right. But at the same time, is now that they're creaming about it,
I have a grand.
They have 2 or 3 kids. They have a divorce under their belt. They've slept with all sorts of fucking people. And a good majority of them don't have a lot to show for their lives if they just went through the divorce, which is understandable now because they're going, the house
tits that their previous husband paid for are hanging down to their knees.
Right. So now, like I said, we don't have all the control, but now it's a little different at this age. And I've seen it firsthand. Girls that I've known in the past that were hot and, the typical popular, that group of person, they've had a couple kids
are reversed.
Going through divorce, and I'm thinking to myself, I would never be with you.
Mm-hmm.
But they would come back like, oh, you want me, you need me. Remember back in 5th grade when you had a crush on me? Yeah, I do. That's gone. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck about you anymore. And that's my point exactly. I think guys are, in that aspect, guys have a little more control at our age. Granted, when I'm 55 or 50, it might
probably reverse back. And
I won't have that much control. And some people are into older women now, so that helps.
Are you saying we could use our body to seduce women for information now? Like this?
What I'm saying is I'm a Russian spy.
That's what you're getting at?
Is what I'm saying. That's my roundabout.
Now the cat's out of the
Well, I didn't want to say it, but I had to fucking explain.
That's true. I kind of pushed your button.
You brought it out of me.
I did. All right. Well,
I ain't a very good fucking spy.
Cat's out of the bag. Yeah, you're not doing a real good job of it. You're not really seducing. Wow, she looks good in a bikini. You're not really. I'm still on this Russian spy.
Aren't you? Oh, yeah. She looks hideous.
But
that fucking, look at her cheekbones. She looks like a skeleton.
Perfect.
My thing, she looks too Asian for me.
When they're tiny like that, they make me feel like I have a bigger dick.
Anyway, she was a former Russian spy. She used
and
her
apparently
body
Wes is too. So that's
like everybody else. That's about the only thing we have in common. The rest of it, I could care less.
Sometimes I wonder why we even use articles because sometimes we just get going.
Sometimes I'd rather not.
I think
to be honest with you, throw one or two in.
I feel like we could pull up like one to like just get the ball rolling, and then we just start fucking straying and going so many different directions that it'll be enough to get us through.
I'd rather do that. To be honest, I'd rather not have to use 6 or 8. And I've tried to tone them down.
We've toned it down a lot
instead of like 8.
It just helps. Gives us different weird shit.
Plus, there's some weird shit that I want to bring out to the people.
Absolutely, I agree.
And maybe they didn't hear before.
There's tons. There's a plethora of weird shit out there. Trust me when I tell you.
Yoga teacher arrested for allegedly letting boys fondle and lick her newly enhanced breasts at a bar mitzvah.
I'm pissed off.
Why?
Because where were these teachers and yogas and where was all this shit when I was a kid?
One of them's a listener.
Yeah, but it's like I'm not in school.
Hey, did you hear any more about that?
No.
We got it. She probably hasn't listened to that one. She's probably still catching up from.
Maybe I haven't heard anything because she's not there anymore. Maybe she quit and joined OnlyFans.
Oh, we did tell her to.
Yeah. Maybe she listened. Maybe she looked
maybe.
into it and realized the money's there, and now I'll have to get on OnlyFans and check her out.
I hope this is not her in this picture right here, because I've used this picture on my Instagram. I used to do, sometimes I still do, hump day pictures of girls and their asses.
That's probably her on the right for sure.
Oh yeah, but that's what I mean. I've used this picture here before because that is about the nicest ass
that is her.
I've ever seen in my life.
Fucking her, I'm telling you.
And that now that I see the picture of what she actually looks like, I feel ashamed for even using that.
She
looks like a fucking crackhead.
She's got to have an ass like that to make up for the rest of her.
Lindsay,
if I could do her from behind, I wouldn't care.
Lindsay,
you're talking about transgenders being hot, and you're worried about this girl looking like a crackhead with an ass like that.
What I'm worried about is how hot her ass is right there, and then you compare. It's like, it's such a letdown to see.
But you'll fuck a dude that's now a girl.
I never said that. You said that.
Okay.
Unless I got caught doing, or not caught, but unless I got fucking what's the word, tricked into it, and I didn't know.
Well, you'll get tricked into banging the crack.
You wouldn't knowingly fuck a dude, would you?
Depends if he's got a lot of money.
See,
I got bills due.
yeah. Lindsay, I
got to tell you right now, for $100, you never know.
20's a 20, right?
Yeah, $20. That's
how's OnlyFans going for you?
$20 is 20. I haven't really got many subscriptions yet. I don't.
No,
I guess maybe they're not really into fat dudes, but I'm trying. I'm not going to give up. Nobody likes a quitter.
Yeah.
And if I quit now, I'm definitely not going to make any money. So I'm going to keep plugging along. Maybe I got to spice things up a little bit.
Oh, how could you spice them any more than that fucking video I posted?
I don't know, but I'll have to think about it.
Oh God, don't do it.
Oh, and when I do, you're gonna know.
Oh no, I ain't.
Huh?
No, I ain't.
I'm gonna come here and use this fucking GoPro to film.
The fuck you are.
Actually, you might have to be the cameraman because I can't always hold the camera and do the things I need to do.
Well, that sucks. You're gonna have to find somebody then because I don't want to see
You're
that.
You're not
shit.
a fucking team player.
Absolutely not.
I was doing this for us.
I'm not gonna watch you dance around. Were you?
I was doing this for us.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I'll help you out.
Oh, okay.
Fuck it, Lindsay. I can't. How do you say her last name?
Radomski or something like that.
Lindsay, 34, was arrested after.
Lindsay
I like Lindsay, but
Dumpsky.
Dumpsky, yeah. Boy, she's got a hell of a Dumpsky on her. She's 34. She was arrested after she had allegedly performed sexual acts with teens at a bar mitzvah. According to Daily Mail, what'd you say?
Radomski
was arrested after she had allegedly allowed several boys to fondle and lick her newly enhanced breasts at a bar mitzvah on March 22nd, and even performed oral sex on one of them after the rest had left the room.
Lucky fuck.
Yeah, yep. I would have. She ain't that good looking, that picture there of her face, but I would have licked and fondled her newly enhanced breast. The woman's lawyer, however, claims his client had been roofied by an 18-year-old at the party, insisted that Radomski was the true victim in this incident. Oh, of course. Of course she was. Well, maybe she was. I don't know. Let's find out. A woman that's incapacitated, can't consent to any sexual contact, any sexual assault. Miss Radomski has no memory of what happened in the room, and because she has no memory from her perspective and from my perspective as her attorney, it didn't happen, and we'll see what happens in court. So here's the double standard. Yeah, right. If ever I'm with a girl,
this is back to that thing that we were talking about that one time about. Remember, it was that article about the guy that woke up to a woman having oral sex to him, sleeping in the separate room. Oh, so if we don't remember it never happened. So we're just gonna go rape somebody or do whatever and be like, I don't remember doing that, so it never happened.
Right.
I didn't rape
that
anybody.
wouldn't work for me. The fucking cop would laugh at me.
I'd be
but
in fucking
this
jail for the next 20 fucking years.
That's the defense this lawyer's gonna use.
Yeah, these people got some good lawyers. I guess I got to get their lawyer or something. I don't know.
It's women. They get the it's the same thing.
What do you mean? I drove drunk and took out a fucking street light. I don't remember that. That never happened.
Yeah, I must have been roofied.
Yeah, I was roofied. I don't know what to tell you about.
And that's the thing. It's like these girls. That's a big thing going on, especially like colleges and stuff. Now, granted, there are girls that get raped, and that's horrible. But
yeah, absolutely, I don't condone it.
I think there's I don't say it's a good thing, but I think there's a lot of those cases where they actually were not raped. They were enjoying it. The next morning, the boyfriend found out or something like that, or they regretted it.
It's like a buyer's remorse thing.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, how are they going to get out of it? Well, they'll say it was rape so that their boyfriend doesn't dump them. And
they sober up. They roll over and look at you and go, "What the fuck did I do?"
I've done that before.
Yeah, we know you have.
So we talked about We talked about the girl that wouldn't leave before a couple episodes way back, probably 15 episodes ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And I was out at the restaurant the other night. Me and Harry
I
went
was
out.
wondering about that.
And we ran into some
Wait,
people.
you got Harry out?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Did he actually drink too?
He had a beer,
Oh.
I think, or maybe two. I got pretty shit-faced, and it was a Sunday, too, so Monday was not my friend.
Yeah.
But
Good.
we ran into
Serves
some
you right.
people that
You're not
listened to
fucking
the
21
show,
anymore.
and the girl knew exactly who it was.
How?
I don't know. Don't know. Well, maybe I kind of do know how a little. But I don't know how to say this without getting figured out who the person was.
Just pull your normal. I'll tell you after the show. You still haven't told me 12 things from the last 4 shows that you're supposed to tell me.
So the girl that I saw out was at a party that I was at prior to this happening. And she knew exactly.
So she was familiar with the situation.
Right.
Fair enough.
I think I did that right so that nobody can
That'll
find
be
out.
all right.
Yeah. It don't really fucking matter if they do, to be honest with you, but I don't want to blatantly fucking try to get caught
Yeah,
about
it
it.
is what it is.
But yeah, so she was at the party that me and this other girl were at. We weren't there together, but she was aware, but she caught on instantly. She knew instantly. And apparently that girl had been bragging all night about how she was going to come here. And then I didn't know any of this.
And
then
she fucking did.
Boy, she did.
Case in point, women will get what they want.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know she wanted to come here. I didn't even think about it. Like I told you, I was being dead serious. I was just thinking she had a 45-minute ride home or something like that, or an hour ride home. I'm like, well, why don't you just come here? It's right down. It's literally, my son walked from basically there to the house when he ran away that time. We talked about that.
Yep.
So that's how close away it was. So I was like, well, I'll just stay on the couch. I had fallen asleep. I was in the bed, but I fell asleep. When I woke up, she was getting in bed. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going. Well, we all know how that story went.
Yeah, once a girl's getting in your bed, you don't leave.
But so that's all. That's the only part that I took in that was like, hey, rather than drive home all drunk that far, just come up here. Apparently she had been planning that the whole night, and it must have fell right in line with what her plans were. Anyway, somebody found out about that and amazed me.
It's always good when a plan comes together.
I guess so. Not for me.
Yeah, right. You had it planned. Blackwell said under oath that he had a hair test that proved his client had been drugged. However, the prosecution countered by saying the levels of GHB, roofie, found were in fact no higher than the normal levels found in the human body. Radomski was initially charged with 21 felony counts, but several were dropped after a grand jury declined to indict her due to a lack of evidence. She could face 6 months in jail or more, as well as 3 years probation if convicted.
How do you
what
have
I'm taking out of this,
21
though,
felonies? And
they
only
must have
end
been
up with-
underage. Because if they were 18 or older, this wouldn't be a thing. They had, right? Am I safe to
Right, it would be the other way around. They'd be looking at them for why did they roofie her?
Yeah, I mean, although it says that she supposedly was roofied by an 18-year-old, but the ones that she I'm trying to look back, the ones that she
Well, the title actually says it too. Yoga teacher arrested for allegedly letting boys fondle. Well, yeah, you're right. It doesn't say underage boys. It just says boy.
I'm assuming
you're a boy.
Yeah.
If you want to fucking word it that way.
Oh, wait, here we go. Arrested, performed a sexual act with teens. So teens doesn't typically strike me as 18 or above. I would imagine 14, 15,
so that gives
16.
It gives you 18 or 19, unless the media here is just trying to make it sound worse. But I get what you're saying. There's more teens ages that are underage than there are teenagers that are over.
21 felony counts, they had to have been underage.
Well, how do you get 21?
You're not getting 21 felony counts if I fucking sucked on this girl's titties and whatever.
Right.
I'm 37 years old. This isn't going to happen if that's you know what I'm saying?
Right. If anything, it would be the other way around, that they would, maybe she said they raped her or something, and they would get him, not her.
Exactly. So
now my other thing too is 21 felony counts. Granted, a couple of them were dropped because of lack of evidence, but so say 10 of them were dropped. She's got 11 felony counts. She gets 6 months in jail for that. I feel like if I ever got one felony, I'd be in jail for 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
With my luck.
Depending on the severity of it, you could, yeah.
Well, but
Dude, I'm
doing
telling you,
shit with underage kids isn't much less severe than that.
It's a little off topic, but not because we talk about jail. I watch that show, The First 48. This is what I mean. We get going, but I watch First 48 all the time. I love that show. Granted, it's like Atlanta, Georgia, Tucson, Arizona. It's different places. But these dudes get convicted of murdering people. It's like, yeah, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. He's convicted of first-degree manslaughter. It's like 10 years.
There's people spending more time for selling pot.
Yeah, first-degree murder, 18 years in prison. It's like, dude, I can kill somebody and only go away for 18. What happened to life or death itself? What happened to that? That doesn't exist anymore? So you just kill somebody, they can never live again, never see that. All you got to do is, 10, 15, 18 years and you're fine. That's how it works now? What the fuck? I see it all the time. I can't believe it. I'm literally,
the ones that
mind
get
is
me
blown.
Is when somebody gets caught like touching a little kid and they get like 7 years.
Yeah.
It's like those ones should be like, what are you going to, you're going to let this person out in 7 years. You can't tell me they're not going to do the same.
Because they can be rehabilitated. Hence back to last episode, I talked about that fucking scumbag I sold cars with. Yeah, they're really rehabilitated, aren't they? They really can be fixed.
Well, if that's the case, murderers can be too then,
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
Anybody can if you look at it like, I think it all comes down to how much jail population there is. It comes down to politics, I think, one way or another. Tax money for going to, you know what I mean? If they got enough, if they don't have enough money for shit or enough room for shit, it's kind of like, oh, you get 3 years.
This is such a stretch, but it pisses me off. If somebody touches a kid, whether it's just touching, actual rape, whatever, and they get 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, whatever, they get out, do it again, the fucking DA, the judge, and all them should be fucking charged for the second one. I don't give a shit. It'll never happen.
Could have been avoided.
Exactly. Why don't you send them away for fucking life like they deserve? I don't care. There's no excuse for scumbags like that. None. Either fucking kill them or send them away for life.
Well, the difference
there's
is
your two options.
Sometimes murders can come off in different ways. So like if one thing is like drinking and driving, that's horrible choice to make. You kill the family or something, that's bad. You should go away. There's other murders where like you don't you know somebody that like was in a bar for the guy like swung at him and he ducked and he punched him back. The guy fell over and died.
Well, that sounds familiar, but I don't know if
I thought it was at a party when we were kids. I was at a party at your house and somebody that was at your party had just gotten out of prison for doing like 5 or 7 years or something. And it was because he got in a bar fight, hit the guy, he fell over, and I guess he cracked his back of his head on the bar on his way down. And it was homicide.
I don't know.
Or what is that called? Manslaughter or something. I guess it wasn't murder.
That probably would have been manslaughter.
But so I guess, what I mean, and then two, there's like different situations where it's kind of like a fine line between self-defense and murder. Like, the guy pulls something out of his pocket quick in the middle of a dark alleyway and you shoot him. Well, yeah, you murdered him, but I can also see how
you didn't know what he was pulling out of his
pocket. It's you or him, and you chose your life over his.
I had a split second to realize that was a pen you were pulling out, not a gun. I mean,
right.
I'm not going to stand there and let you shoot first.
So there's different. I see with murderers how. I mean, if you're going around just fucking cutting people's bodies up and shit, those
leaving their heads in buckets and stuff.
Right, but if there's some situation where you punch a guy, he falls down and hits his head on the fucking car and dies from it, it's like, all right, I can see them guys getting 3 or 4 years, if any, really, because it ain't.
Quite honestly,
it is their
if the
fault
other guy started it and hit you first, you shouldn't get anything.
You're right.
As far as I'm concerned.
Right. So see, there's a lot of gray area with that. But when it comes to kids getting touched by adults, there's no like, well, yeah, but this happened. That's why I did it.
I tripped and fell, and my hand fell on her breast or the little boy's ass or something like. Yeah, okay.
Right. Some murders aren't your choice. Some murders you have to do for certain reasons, whether it be self-defense or it was an accident like that. But there's never an accident when an adult touches a little kid or has sex with a little kid.
You're just a fucking scumbag.
Right. There's no two ways around it. So those people, yeah, I would say even above murderers, those people should get.
Well, they don't typically do too well in jail.
No,
I've been told so. Yeah. So don't worry about that. Justice always gets served.
I imagine it's only a matter of time before they get found out and the word spreads.
It's they don't ever usually fare too well. So hence the guy that I sold cars back to him. I'd imagine his stay in prison for the next 50 years is going to be mighty comfortable.
Yeah, he'll probably end up off himself.
Mighty comfortable. You know what I mean? Trust me.
Radomski, who teaches yoga in the Scottsdale area, was interviewed 2 days later. She told authorities that she had been too drunk to remember the incident, but did admit to flashing party guests.
Oh, she can remember that, but not anything else. Isn't that convenient?
Yeah, and
she can remember the she can remember the non-illegal part, but the illegal part she can't remember.
Yeah, that's convenient.
Yeah, isn't it? Jeez.
If she was willing to flash all these kids, that right there as a jury would be enough for me to go, she did it.
Exactly. I remember drinking and I remember getting in my vehicle, but I don't remember driving.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you can't charge me for that.
Yeah, I didn't drive drunk.
Somebody must have roofed me. But I remembered opening the door, starting it, and putting it in drive. Yeah. But from that moment on, I don't remember anything.
I don't remember anything after that.
Well, she later said she was slipped a date rape drug, which is why she cannot recall the incidents.
See, that's the other thing.
See, there was
How
an incident
convenient
with
and
just the
easy is it
flashing.
how convenient and easy is it for women to do that, though?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, here, think about it. See,
Women always say men have privilege. Women have a lot of privileges that men don't
what
have,
would you
too.
do something weird like this? So, say, back to we were talking, you pick up a girl or whatever, and, you wake up the next day, you're like, oh, my God, you regret it. What if you, like, you meet a girl at the bar, everything's fine, she's cool, you take her home, you have sex, and then she wakes up the next day, and everything's still fine, and she leaves. And like hours later, the cops are at your door, like, "Hey, you raped Samantha." Whoa, who's Samantha? Right. I don't even know. Come to find out, it's that girl. And she's saying I roofied her and raped her. I'm like, what the? It's gonna be like, well, we found your, we found your semen on her. Well,
of course you did.
We had fucking sex. Right. Yeah, you're goddamn right, I did.
Right.
What do you do?
Yep.
What do you do?
Well, and that has a lot to do in part with why there's no candy shop girls anymore, because it crossed my mind one night that
at any given
these
moment,
girls are coming over here, and even though I don't know that they're still with somebody, they know they're still with somebody, but they tell me otherwise. So they come over here. And so, in other words, what happened is the time that the one's boyfriend came
if they
here
need to save their relationship, you're going to be the one to pay the price, and they don't care.
Exactly, and that was my point. So it was more so the fact that the boyfriend showed up. Like, I wasn't scared of him, you know that. We were right here, but I did get scared because I got thinking, if she's over here now, come to find out she has a boyfriend that I wasn't even aware of
until he showed up at your fucking house,
right?
And she's like, "Oh, that's my boyfriend." It's like, what?
So you are with somebody. You're not single like you told me before you came over here.
Yeah.
Well, if that ain't enough, so now it's like, what happens if they go home tonight and get in a fucking fight? And this is what crossed my mind. They go home tonight and get in a fight. And she's like, yeah, we had sex, but I didn't want to. Yeah. And him and his friend, I mean, you could even get involved. Yeah. It's like, it's fucked up. Him and his friend held me down and like, how do it's their word against ours. How do we prove otherwise? Well, then you need to go to the cops. You need to prove to me that's what happened. Call the cops on them. And next thing you know, cops are here like, what the fuck? And I know exactly what happened. You get to court, or the cops would say, oh, 2 guys and 1 girl in a fucking garage. Of course you held her down. And we'd be like, no, we didn't, because we actually didn't. And
in our particular case, Bub, the saving grace would be the cameras. Go ahead. I got camera footage.
Oh, that's right. I didn't then.
Oh, that's
why I have the cameras there. Now, that was more so because the guy was like here, coming here. I was like, I don't want shit getting broken or stolen or whatever.
That's right. You didn't have them at that moment.
Plus, with the parties we were having back then, there was more and more people that were here. And not that I don't typically invite people I don't trust, but you never know. Somebody comes in and sees this or sees that, and they're like, "Oh, I'd want one of them." Mm-hmm. So I just figured it was time to get camera. But yeah, that crossed my mind about that too. Diseases, catching something, which I never did. Which
not to mention. So back to that real quick though. What do you do? Like, you got to fight for your life because it never happened. So let's say you're lucky enough to ultimately court all, and then they end up finding you innocent. You still had to spend thousands of dollars on an attorney to basically prove that you didn't rape her when you didn't anyway.
All because she lied.
Decided she had buyer's remorse
she was
or whatever.
Single, came over, had a good time. We both would have had a good time.
I'll tell you right now.
But then afterwards, she decides, no, I got to save my relationship, like you said, and throws me under the bus. So that the boyfriend goes, oh, in that case, I'll stay with you because you were raped.
We got to print up some consensual forms and get them filled out and signed. Especially with Nacho Supremo coming, we don't know what's going to happen. So we better get those forms fucking made up. Yeah. We don't need to be waking up hungover Sunday with a fucking knock on the door.
Well, and really the thing of it is, you don't even have to have sex with somebody and they could say they raped you.
Absolutely. Of course, it's easier in my mind. I'm thinking, well, that's easy. Then you ain't going to find my fucking semen near that bitch. So go ahead.
Right. That one's typically not going to go far. It's like, well, there's no proof here that you guys even had sex.
I mean, they could take her to the hospital and find out she didn't even have sex. So yeah, go ahead. Say, I wish that would happen.
Yeah, because I'd make a lot of money off of something like that.
Yeah, that'd be different.
I think that is I think there should be more punishment for girls that lie about it.
Half the time they probably don't even get fucking charged.
The only problem with that is I think it would put too much pressure on girls that actually did get raped.
Yep.
And they would go, no, I'm not going to tell nobody, because they're afraid that if the other person was found innocent, now all of a sudden they're in trouble and they actually got raped.
Which I understand, but it's like, if you follow along, this person never really got raped and lied. I really did. So, of course, they're going to get in trouble for lying about a rape that never took place.
Right.
My rape actually did take place.
Well, it did in your mind, but you got to prove to a jury that
they should just do away with rape altogether, so you can't even so you can't even be charged with it.
Really?
Yeah. Then it just solves everything.
Everything's consensual, whether it's consensual
yeah,
or not.
Yeah, exactly. And then the girls don't have to worry about people thinking they lied. We don't have to worry about getting in trouble.
Now let's reverse this. What if I had remorse? What if a girl came over here, slept with me, and then the next
raped
morning
you.
I said that I bet you the cops wouldn't.
They'd laugh at you.
They'd probably have to go through the paperwork and do all the legal shit
I
about
don't
it.
even know if they'd show up here.
That'd be the end of it.
Yeah.
It would never go any further. But if a girl does that, it's. Well, I mean, because typically girls that can happen more so to them than it can to men, typically. So I understand. I just think there needs to be something in place to save some guys that are genuinely innocent, that didn't actually have anything to do with it. I think there needs to be some type of a law there. So I don't know how that works. What do you think they should do?
Do away with rape altogether.
Yeah, that'll go over and fucking cut the Senate.
Anyway, guys, all this talk makes me want to take a break for a second.
Okay. Do you guys love pizza?
Who
Beer?
doesn't love pizza?
I mean, there may be one or two, but most people love pizza.
If they don't, they have a little dick.
If you love pizza, beer, and blondes, Two Brothers Pizza in Saugerties and Rhinebeck, New York is the place for you. I don't know about the blondes part. I'm just assuming that in my head. But the pizza and beer is probably good enough, to be honest with you.
I would settle.
Sometimes I'd rather just the pizza and beer and not the blonde.
That's true. And being a fat guy, sometimes I prefer just the pizza.
He's a professional at pizza, guys. So
I'm kind of a connoisseur of pizza.
If he's telling you right now to go to Two Brothers Pizza for pizza and deli,
what more could you ask for? A guy my size telling you about good food. You can't go. You have to listen to what I tell you.
Right.
I obviously know my food. But guys, they're a great group of guys. They specialize in pizza, subs, salads. They have a full Italian menu with dinners. They do offer catering. They do delivery. They do have truck parking for big trucks as well.
You got the phone numbers?
I do have the phone numbers. The Saugerties location phone number is going to be 845-246-5800. 845-246-5800. The Rhinebeck location is 845-876-3435.
Give them a call if you're almost there, and they'll probably put something together for you so you could swing in with your truck, grab it, and keep on and rolling. Because we all know the schedules of truck drivers. You get about 2.7 minutes worth of time to eat.
Make sure you let them know Mike and Wes from Back and Forth sent you. They're probably going to charge you double, but fuck it.
Yeah, that's if they don't kick you out. Guys, check them out. They got great pizza. A lot of you people already know about them. Give them a call if you have any questions. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer anything for you about the parking or the menu or the catering or anything. And we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. The yoga teacher, she's letting kids touch and fondle her.
They had to have been underage, though. They had to have been, because I
would have done the same shit to her.
and
it
here,
wouldn't have been illegal.
If we read more into it, it says right here, sexual conduct with a minor, so they were underage.
How simple as that?
Lucky bastards.
Listen, I could have licked her newly enhanced breasts too, and she would have never gotten in trouble.
If that's definitely her with that ass, I would have licked a lot more than her titties.
She's she's got a hell of
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Fuck yes, I would.
Right from top to bottom.
Fucking A.
Front to back.
Absolutely.
Woman sent porn star to test boyfriend's loyalty, and it backfired.
Boy, that fucking girl, right?
So do you think
I have a different girl than that. The one I have is fucking whoa.
What do you got? Oh, yeah. Oh, I would have failed.
If that was her, oh fuck yeah!
And she's got them fake lips.
This is your saying. I would have fucked her with the old lady's lawyer standing behind me watching.
Fucked her with my wife's lawyer standing behind me.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Holy shit!
I'd eat the corn right out of her shit.
That too. Imagine out of nowhere your partner decides to test your relationship, and that too in a very crude manner. Okay. Well, this is what happened when this woman decided to shoot an episode for a YouTube channel and allowed a porn star to approach her boyfriend and hit on him to simply test his loyalty. The end result, as it would be expected for someone who gets pranked on a very distasteful manner. I think he fails. I almost feel like I heard about it. I could be wrong. And if he did,
well, it said right in the fucking title, and it backfired.
Oh. I didn't even catch. Oh yeah, duh. So yeah,
yeah, you probably did hear it before.
I missed that part. I'm in my own fuck. I can tell you right now, if that's her in the fucking, I don't know what picture you got. I got a different look at it, but if that's her,
this one,
No, the top one.
That
I
one?
would cheat if that was my girl and she sent a porn star to test.
She's
my,
hotter than her. I can
well,
tell
that's
you
what I'm
right
saying.
now.
If this was my girl right here and she sent that porn star to test me, I'm fucking doing it all day long. I wouldn't even date that girl. She doesn't even have teeth. Look at you can see.
Look at her nose.
Look at this one. That's what I was talking about. Look at that picture. You could tell she doesn't have no teeth.
Oh my god.
You could tell. No
that
teeth.
was a stupid mistake to send a fucking prostitute when you look like that.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to be at least an 8 before you could do.
Yeah, exactly. You fucked up.
I see. You know, that's funny because being on Bumble, back to that. I go on Bumble and you swipe through these people and I'll see some girl and she's probably like a 5, 5.5, maybe a 6.
But boy, filters make them a 7.5, 8 real fast.
And in the description, it'll be like, I spend time with my dogs. And then at the bottom, I remember one in particular. There's a bunch of them that are like this. I've said this more than once in my own head, and then some of them will be like, and then as far as my man, you have to be this, you have to be that, you have to be that. And I'll swipe left instantly, thinking to myself, you are not nearly good looking enough to have all these fucking demands.
It makes me think, I don't know exactly what it's something like, if you squat when you pee, you better quiet down when you talk to me, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You might want to be better looking before you go making all those fucking stipulations.
I sent a girl a Snapchat one time. You know the girl, but this was a while ago. I sent her a Snapchat one time, and it wasn't nothing bad. It was just, I don't know. I was in the picture, but I was like doing something at work or something like that. And I wrote something on it. It's probably something cocky. And she sent back a message, something like, you think you're so funny and charming or something like that. I don't know how she said, but it came off like she was being serious. And I remember this was like late at night, and then I made a post about it on Instagram. It's there somewhere. I'll have to show you. And then she must have been asleep because I woke up at fucking 2:00 in the morning to go to work. Well, I read this, and I made a whole post about something about kind of along the same lines, like, you're way too ugly to be telling me that I'm not good looking enough and charming enough or whatever.
Exactly.
Like, sometimes I think people will.
The problem with that, real quick, is that you get these ugly bitches and you got these simp pussy guys.
Yes.
That will just, so they're
used to it.
They boost their ego so much that this fucking 4.5 thinks she's a fucking 9.
Right.
Because most Tom, Dick, and Harry out there will fucking lay down the red carpet for her because they're such simp bitches. And that she needs to be knocked down a few levels. Let her know, bitch, you're a 4.5. Okay. I don't care if look at this guy. This is the guy that calls you beautiful. Okay, you're a 4.5. I don't care what this guy says. This guy's a fucking 2 calling you a 4.5.
Right.
Do the fucking math. Between the two of you, you're still not as good as me. You're a 6.5 between the two of you.
Yep. There's too many desperate guys out there that will take anything that comes along. So they'll give them the beautiful and you're amazing and right, just like you said. And then they get that attitude and they feel like any guy that comes along, you can fucking treat him like that. It's like, well, no, because I'm not the 3 that was calling you beautiful earlier. I don't give a fuck. Maybe to some people, I'm probably not that good looking. I don't know, but I can tell you right now, you, ma'am, are not good looking enough to talk to me with your fucking demands and your bullshit.
Exactly.
Somebody just recently did that to me on Snap. Not that one, but there was another one and said something about like, oh, you got a lot of demands or something. And I don't know how it came out. I'll never remember it to make it make sense now, but it was kind of along the same lines. And I'm thinking to myself after I get over, like, what was it? It was something like, you got to do this or do that, and then I'll do this. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you do that to anyway. Exactly. Like, I don't even fucking care. Yeah. So don't be making demands. Right, exactly. Don't be making demands to me like I need this from you because I don't give a fuck to begin with.
I actually have like 8s and 10s on my Snapchat that I'll get whatever I want.
Right. I certainly don't need your 6.5 ass to fucking be telling me what needs to happen for this to work because I don't fucking care if it works.
Exactly. Anyway, let's get back to this. This is good. This girl's hideous, so she really fucked up. A woman decided she fucked up. You fucked up. A woman decided to take help from a porn star to test her boyfriend, and it resulted in a feeling of jealousy and insecurity. Gee, I can't fucking imagine why. I gotta be honest. People are fucking idiots, aren't they?
Oh my God.
The whole scene was filmed for the show To Catch a Cheater, a YouTube channel about...
I've seen that before.
About I can't say that fucking word.
Where are you?
Right there.
Oh.
Scandin fraud masquerading.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah, that too. Masquerading as vigilante romance justice. In one of the episodes, porn star Valerie White becomes part of the show.
Let's write that down.
Oh, I was just... I couldn't even...
That's not even for the show. That's just for later on.
Yeah, exactly. That's for after hours. To help a woman in seducing her boyfriend.
I'm going to have to look that up on my phone because I feel like if I search her name, it's going to come up on here and fuck YouTube.
It will. When she approaches the man, he politely declines her offer to give his number without being rude. So Valerie asks, "You're not like gay, are you?" If that's her, the blonde, she doesn't look terrible, but she's not going to be as good looking as we're hoping, I don't think.
Oh, keep going. I'm going to...
The boyfriend tells Valerie clearly that he has a girlfriend. However, Valerie persists, and so he suggests that they hang out together as friends with his girlfriend. So it sounds like the boyfriend's actually trying to do the right thing and be good here. Let's see where it goes wrong, because I'm telling you, he's already a better man than me, so...
Well, I could tell you right now, Valerie is not that good looking.
That's if this is her in what we're seeing, yeah.
She's better looking.
She's better than his girlfriend, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
She sounds good. Let me see. We got to take a pause here, too. She doesn't look bad there.
Well, you can't even see her. All you see is her ass bouncing up now.
Yeah, that's a good enough angle. That's what I'm saying.
Can you see her?
This is a good song, guys. You guys ought to listen to this.
Get fucked.
That's what she's doing.
Have you seen her yet?
There she is. Yeah, her face ain't good, but boy, she's taking it real good.
For all the ejaculates.
Anyway, Valerie decides to get bold and ask if she can stay at his house, touch his penis, and then follows him to his car as he tries to leave. The fact that she has to touch his penis would throw me off. She should just be like, "I want your dick" or something. Can I touch your penis?
Wait, what? Say
That's
that again. I
weird.
was putting my phone back. She did what?
She decided to get bold and ask if she could stay at his house, touch his penis, and then follows him to his car as he tries to leave. If she ever said, "Can I touch your penis?"
You know, first of
that
all,
would throw me off right there.
Yep. First of all, I wouldn't be in this situation because I'm not a fucking simp like this. But in second case, as soon as just like you said, as soon as she said something like that, I'd be like, "Wait a minute, something's fucked up here."
Yeah.
You don't ask. When was the last time a girl asked you, "Hey, do you want to go home so I can touch your penis?"
Yeah, they just walk up on the street out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, can I get your number? I want to go home and touch your penis."
No, that don't work that way.
Well, how much is this going to cost me? That would be my question.
Yeah.
The woman continues to harass the man, and the girlfriend, who decided to test her boyfriend, watches the whole debacle on a monitor and is clearly uncomfortable with the way the situation is unfolding. She wanted this, and now nothing even happened yet, and she's uncomfortable. She's a fucking stupid bitch, and she's ugly. After watching this video, okay, fuck all that. The host of both the show and presumably Satan's Essence concludes that her boyfriend passed the test. Wow. Meanwhile, the girlfriend says that after this experience, she has mixed feelings because her boyfriend offered for them to hang out and gave his number over. She just made me so mad. She was really going for it. Well, maybe because you asked her to do it. Exactly. That's what you wanted.
So we got a video.
AKA Dragon 8.
I'm not going to watch this whole thing because it's 7 minutes and something. And it's just this guy anyway.
Him doing a thing.
I'm kind of lost and my phone just died. Do you got a phone?
Oh, he's watching the video. So this ain't even nothing to do with him.
Why you got my number for?
You're not like gay, are you?
No, I'm not gay. I can give you your number, like, if you want to know about where to go.
You don't have a girlfriend, right?
I am seeing someone, but, we could, like, hang out together.
See, he's trying to decide.
You know what he's doing right there? Tell you what he's doing right there. That was his way of saving his relationship. But no, I'm seeing someone, but we can still hang out together. That's his way of keeping his girlfriend happy.
I told her I had a girlfriend.
Right. But also keeping her from not running away and going away. He's quick thinking.
He's weighing his options right there.
Yep. Good for him. Well, apparently we're...
Bottom left is play.
Usually you can do...
I know. Of course, it won't. It won't because that's how it normally works.
Do you want to drive me home?
I guess it's more for people to hear than it is to see, because I don't know who this guy is in this video.
Tonight, just for the night.
The fuck?
What are you doing here?
I was just here for the signing.
Well, why are you so interested in me?
Do you watch porn at all? I'm actually a porn star. And,
Big fucking red flag. Why is a porn star not
and I need to like deep throat this big monster dick for like practice or something. I mean, I don't care that you're
that's fake. No, that's fake. Again, when was the last time a girl was like, "Hey, I need practice deep throating massive cock. Can you help me out?"
She doesn't even know if I have a massive cock yet. And in this particular case, she really got it wrong if she comes up to me.
They got to do a better job. If they're going to try to trick somebody like this, they got to do a way better job of.
Maybe it could be staged for all we know.
It could be. The thing of it is, at the end of it, she say that she's like, "Oh, he passed," more or less.
That's what she claims. Yeah.
Well, of course he did, because it was such a shit fucking setup.
This is his girlfriend said she passed, but look she's bitching about it. I wanted him to say, "Get the fuck away from me, you dumb bitch." Seems legit wanting your boyfriend to be aggressive and rude to a stranger.
Well, no, I got to stop you right there. Listen, I could be the most loyal person in the world. If a girl walks up to me in the street, I'm not going to go, "Get the fuck away from me, you dumb bitch."
Yeah.
So either way, this girl wasn't going to be happy. I would have failed too, because I'm not going to tell some girl.
She's not happy with herself. Take a look at her.
No, absolutely.
Even when she's smiling like a donut,
she's insecure already.
She still doesn't appease me.
And the fact that she has to do this to test her boyfriend like that, she's insecure and jealous to begin with. And I'm sure there's a lot more problems going on in this relationship.
This is probably because she's a whore and cheated, and she was hoping that he would fail, so then she could
feel better about herself.
Yes, that's all it is. She was planning ahead, and now he passed, so she's like, "Fuck, I gotta find." Oh well, you didn't tell her to get the fuck away from me.
So either way, she wouldn't have been happy, right? Yeah. Yep, because that's not the outcome.
Yeah, you said you had a girlfriend, but you could have just told her to get the fuck away from me.
That's not the outcome she wanted to happen.
Yeah, she's gonna make whatever outcome she wants.
Absolutely,
she's gonna make whatever she wants to happen.
I could tell you right now, any of the female listeners, if first of all, I don't date the listeners or whatever, but if for some reason we ended up dating, I will probably never tell some chick on the side of the road that asked me for her number to get away from me, you dumb fucking bitch, or whatever this. I mean, granted, I'm not going to give her the number or whatever if I'm with somebody, but I'm not going to go about it that way.
I mean, if she needs directions, I'm just trying to help. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, maybe they'll be friends. Maybe, I was thinking about you, girlfriend. I was thinking that if I met this girl and got her number and got to know her and had sex with her a couple times,
a new friend.
Maybe you two would actually like each other. Yeah. This is really for you.
Yeah. And then maybe we could just have a threesome.
Sure.
Minus you.
You acted better than I thought you would. I did this for us. I just wanted to see how you would act. Right there. Again, I can't get 3 fucking words in with this.
I did this for us.
Right.
No, you didn't.
You did it for you. Because you're insecure, you're jealous, and you have no fucking trust in your boyfriend.
I was just curious.
No, you weren't. You were fucking mental. That's what you were. He simply responds, "I'm done." Good answer. That's the end of the story.
They got married.
No, he says, "I'm done."
I don't. Yeah, but did they break up, or is he done with the argument? Done listening?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess in my mind, I thought he was. I guess I was living through him. Like, I'm done. Like, that's what I would have done. Like, you're fucked up. I'm out of here.
I will say that, all joking aside, the fact that if that girl came up to me, she wasn't that, she had a nice body, but her face ain't that good looking. However, I will tell you, the minute she said, "I'm a porn star," I'd have been like, "I don't care how hot you are, you're already done now anyway," because I know you have dicks in you for a living. I don't want anything to do with that.
So you wouldn't fuck a porn star?
No.
So to you,
actually, no, I say that.
No, wait a minute.
I would fuck one. I don't think I'd date one. I could tell you that.
Wait a minute, because we had this conversation a couple episodes ago. Would you ever have sex with a prostitute? And our reasoning was no, because we'd be afraid of disease. Right? Was that we'd be afraid of diseases?
I wouldn't be afraid of diseases with a porn star, only because my understanding is they get tested regularly.
Yeah, but we also talked about how a prostitute could bring papers and we still wouldn't believe her.
That is true.
So really, I'm just trying to push you into a conversation.
That
really
is true.
So what's the difference?
I guess, as fucked up as this sounds, as far as a sex, I wouldn't definitely date them, but I guess from a sex standpoint, I guess I'm getting fucked up. I feel like a prostitute's dirtier than a porn star, even though it's realistically the same thing. The only thing is, I think, because I know, so supposedly porn stars get tested regularly, and you know damn well that a prostitute is fucking and sucking anything for $10 for that fucking crack.
I get what you're saying.
So
they're just hanging out of a fucking light pole somewhere.
Basically, they're both the same people, I guess. All they do is they like dick for a living. But I just feel like the prostitute's obviously definitely the dirtier of the two. So I would fuck a porn star way before a prostitute. Obviously, I wouldn't even do a prostitute.
I see that. Even though there's probably no difference in whether or not you can get diseases or not. I guess I would just assume that a prostitute would have diseases over a porn star. However, I thought I read something somewhere one time that a lot of porn stars do have diseases, but it's a lot of diseases that aren't. I don't know which they are, so I don't want to say the names of diseases because somebody will be listening and be like, that's not it. But some diseases are curable and not such a big deal. Not that you want to get them because they're still grody, but some of them can be cured and they're not a big deal. And I think those are the ones that they typically get. And I think it's probably just more lackadaisical. It's like, if I get that one, I'll just take the pill for a couple weeks and get rid of it.
Yeah, true.
So anyway, I get in my mind because I'm a fucked up.
I can tell you right now, I'm not dating a porn star ever. No way.
No, Riley Reid just got married or just getting married.
You imagine just like your girl's a porn star here. We just got banging, having dinner, and we go to bed, and you're like, yeah, honey, I'm going to go to bed a little early. I got to get up early for work. She's like, yeah, me too. I got to shoot at 9 a.m. So you got to get up and go drive truck, we'll say, while she's got to get up and go ride dick. It's like, oh yeah, that's what I want. Yeah,
right.
Okay.
How do you get through your day?
I see you later, honey. I love you. I'll see you when you get home. Knowing that she's fucking taking a fucking 12-inch. No, fuck you.
How do you get through your day knowing, looking at your clock, going, 9:30? Yep, she's probably getting it in the ass right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So, well, in that situation with Riley Reid, from what she said on, I think it was Call Her Daddy podcast she was on, talking about how she's getting married and everything, she switched to just female porn. So it's just her and other girls now, which makes no difference to me. Granted, I wouldn't have to think about a dick getting smashed inside of my wife, but so that's a little better in that respect, but I would still could not get over the fact that she probably had thousands of dudes in her over the past however many years anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's that for them. Hopefully he fucking left her ass. Hopefully she left him.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh shit, I didn't get I don't have our sound here and I don't know where the hell it is.
Oh, how didn't you do this last time?
Well, I had it all set up last time. But where is it? It's right there, and then you go here. Would you rather? Would you rather see a nude photo of the person to your left or to your right? Dom, I should have read that one first.
To my left or right, I'll take either one.
Yeah.
I got a perfect one.
Good,
considering.
Do it, I got
would you rather watch a threesome between transgenders or join in the threesome? I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, if I have to do one of the two, I don't want to join them.
Yeah, I don't want to be involved in
it. If I'm forced to do one of the two, I'd rather just watch.
I'm joining. I'd rather watch than to join.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I figured it went good because we were talking about transgenders anyway, so it was easy.
All right. Well, this is kind of a girl's question, but we're going to bring it up just to see what our thoughts are on this. Would you rather use a shower head or an electric toothbrush as a makeshift sex toy? If you were a girl, which would you use?
I think electric toothbrush.
I want to say that too.
I will say, you see videos, girls, something about these shower heads. You see it all the time
just
on
girls
TikTok.
I know
they take that shower head and they're like, if you know, you know. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what it's about. There's something about a shower head that
a lot of girls I know, not even like talking to them like about sex or not, but it just kind of comes up. They use the shower head too, the detachable shower head.
Yeah, I don't know. So obviously,
I have a detachable. So keep that in mind, ladies.
Oh yeah,
I just thought of that.
Yeah,
I'll set right up here.
Absolutely. I guess can only use it if we can help, though. That's stipulation.
If it was me, I'd probably just use the toothbrush thing. But yeah, I feel like more girls are going to go with a shower head.
Oh, we're going to give Tyler a shout out. He finally switched from Android to Apple.
Did he?
Well, good for you. The only thing you're going to hate's the fucking keyboard.
Yeah, and the autocorrect and the fucking and Siri sucks compared to
Tyler,
Google.
You're going to type exactly what you want, and it's going to change it 27 times, and then you have to smash your phone because that's what Wes and I do. It's the only way to get around it.
On my phone.
However, congratulations on the switch over, bud.
I don't understand what happened, but now whenever I type the number 11, 11,
you showed me
and send it, it says 11 in the thing.
1.1.
Well, no, I type 11. I hit send, it goes 1.1-1. I don't know what the fuck that is about. I've never used that in my life. I don't even know what the fuck that is. And remember that one day I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to keep sending it until it fucking fix it. It took like 5 or 6 times before it finally sent 11.
Yep. Yeah, it's fucked
It's
up.
like the word. I'll type the THE every fucking time. I type it exactly right, and to the point where I'm even paying attention to whether because I'm like, oh, maybe I fucked it up.
Let's come back to that real quick. I should.
All right.
Anyway, let's finish our would you rather.
Okay.
We're gonna come back to Apple though, because you're right. It pisses me to fuck off too. But would you rather find out your partner slept with your parent in the past, or your ex now sleeps with your parent?
Would you? All right, one more time. I listened, but
would you? Yeah, I know. I get it.
That's a tough one.
Would you rather find out your partner slept with your parent in the past, or your ex sleeps with your parent now?
In the past,
Do you think so?
or my ex sleeps with my parent now.
I'm going to say my ex, because
Oh,
if it's my
yeah,
ex,
ex.
I don't give a fuck about him.
Right. Yep. Okay. Yep. I didn't hear that right again for the second time you read it.
And
But
Pops, if you're listening, you're not going to want any of my exes anyway. They're an ex for a reason. Stay away, bud.
yeah.
I'm just doing you a service at this point. I've already taken one for the team, Pops. So you don't need to.
Would you rather join the Mile High Club or have a threesome?
Threesome.
Would you? Ooh, this is a tough one for me. I don't know.
Really?
I gotta think about it a little bit. A threesome would be. I do want a threesome. We joke about how it's like watching two televisions, but that would be cool still, a threesome. But so would being able to say, so when it comes down to it, I don't care if I can tell other people I had a threesome. That's not why I would do that. That would be for my own But the Mile High Club, I'd like to tell people I fucked on an airplane. I don't know which one I'd pick. This is really, of all the ones, seems like
feel
such
like
a simple
you'd pick
one.
the plane because you don't, the threesome for you, like you said, it's like you can't watch two TVs at once. So I feel like
and I've heard other people
I
that
feel
had
like you would be
threesomes.
like, I feel like you'd rather the plane. That's just my personal
All right,
opinion.
I'll even go with your opinion for me because it was such a tough one, so close for me. But you're right. I've heard other people say that threesomes aren't all they're cracked up to be. So yeah, that's cool.
Would you rather suck at foreplay or suck at sex? Foreplay for me. I'd rather suck at that.
Sex. I'd rather suck at sex.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I can get a girl off. I feel like if you do foreplay right, you could fuck a girl for 3 minutes and she'd be happy.
I agree. But if you fuck good, you could fuck her for 30 seconds and really drive her wild as well. So that's...
Yeah, I guess so.
But,
I get, in my mind, it's like, what do you, like, as far as sex goes, I mean, I know there's a little skill to it, but I just picture, you're just going in and out of her. Whether she's on her hands and knees, she's on her back, she's standing on her fucking head, don't matter. You're just going in and out of her, and the only other variable is some speeds. So,
True.
Whereas like foreplay, you can do all sorts of shit. I mean, like we talked about the wax last time, the oral stuff. You can do like oils and all different shit like that. There's a lot. I just feel that's why I would go with that. I feel like there's way more options in foreplay.
Fair enough.
And so to switch those roles around, say a girl came over here and was like, I will only either have sex with you for whatever, 10 minutes, 5 minutes or whatever, or we can have oral, or not oral, we can have foreplay for however. I would choose to not even have sex and just do oral for however long. I think we could both get off. I think it could be almost more fun. I don't know. This is what we always say, ladies, let us know, but I would really like to know this. If a girl,
None of them will answer.
No. Pee-wee's about the only one that gets a hold of me. And I can always tell when because she'll be talking to me about the show while she's listening to it. Mm-hmm. So sometimes she'll like ask me something. What do you mean? And then like 10 minutes later, she's like, oh, never mind. I heard the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She will. Yeah, but anybody else, actually, Mackenzie listens. Who I'm trying to think. Oh, there's so many. I ain't gonna be all fucking remember. But anyways, I want to hear from these people. If they'd rather have, if you could only have foreplay or only have sex, what would you rather do? I'm going with foreplay. You're going with sex, you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was a good one. I like that one. Would you rather kiss someone who always wears a lot of lip gloss or who always has chapped lip gloss? That's fucking simple.
Yeah, chapped lips are...
yeah.
During sex, would you rather be blindfolded or handcuffed? I'm going handcuffed. Yep.
I don't like that blindfolded thing. We talked about that last episode.
I'd rather be blindfolded than handcuffed.
Oh, you would?
I don't like not having control.
Well, I don't either, but I just don't like the whole thing about sex to me is because like we talked about, I'm with somebody
just
that I'm
reach the
attracted
fuck
to.
up and take it off. You're handcuffed. It's like you're at their mercy. What are you gonna do?
Well, yeah, but I don't think that's the point. I think if you got to pick, I don't think you can just take it off. In that case, the question would be, do you want to be handcuffed or not?
But I'd rather blindfold than the cuffs, me personally. I
don't like being tied up. I don't
like any of it.
I'm making myself sound more and more boring every fucking episode, and I really understand why people would think that. But like being handcuffed or tied to the fucking bedpost, that doesn't really do nothing for me. But I'd take that over not being able to see the person that I'm fucking. I want to see her.
True. I'll give you that. It's got a good book, but I do too. But I'm telling you right now, I don't want to be handcuffed. I don't like the loss of that freedom.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's happened before, and it's not enjoyable.
Would you rather a threesome or a foursome? That seems like a simple one.
Yeah, geez, you don't want to watch 2 TVs, much less 3.
Yeah, it's like picture in picture.
Holy shit. I could only last fucking about 12 seconds, so I mean, we better hurry right up. You better just fucking line right up and just let me, and we're done. Last girl in line's going to get it.
Would you rather marry your high school sweetheart or your college hookup? Marry?
Marriage. Ooh, high school sweetheart.
Good answer. You have to answer that.
Get them in high school. Nah, get them in high school before they fucked everybody. By the time they've been to college, they fucked however many people.
Yeah, that's true.
In my head. That's how fucked up I was.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't.
By the time they get to college, I feel like they slept with more people.
I didn't actually go to college, but I'm kind of just switching around my head to like when I went to parties at college. But you can't base that shit off of some chick you met at a fucking frat party on a Saturday night and never talk to her again. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's pretty simple. High school sweetheart. You got any more or no?
I could do one. This is a pretty easy one, but just rather marry a virgin or someone who has had multiple sexual partners.
Well, that's a kind of a loaded question because multiple could be 2 or more. So with that said, I don't know if I'd want to be with a virgin.
I'm going with a virgin.
Oh yeah,
could teach her what you like.
Yeah.
In our case. It's untainted.
I guess, see, this
untainted goods there.
This is West logic here. I'm thinking about if we ever broke up, it's tough to break up with a virgin because I did that. But of course, that's the way I would think about always fucking thinking about breaking up.
Plus,
already.
If she's a virgin, she might be a wild one, man. That could be you might unleash something there that you better hang the fuck on, bud. I'm going with I'm taking a fucking virgin.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that. I'll go with virgin too.
That wasn't a hard one for me at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get it? Wasn't a hard one for me.
That usually isn't.
Yeah, not for long anyway.
Mom's sex starter kit for her teen son includes tips on fingering and anal.
Well, wait, we got to get back to this Apple thing quick.
Okay. What do you got?
Just that they fucking, I love Apple, but I fucking hate the autocorrect, like you said.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. You literally type what we want it to say.
Mm-hmm.
I've done this to you. I've told you.
Yep.
I literally, it could be the word the. I literally type THE and it changes it to like that. Mm-hmm. And the thing of it is when you type something that you like, the ride was crazy. It's like that ride crazy, or it's like the word that they change it to doesn't even make sense in the sentence to begin with.
Right.
So you
literally did the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do.
I think I literally said this to you. I was like, the phone is literally making me sound more dumb than I already am.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Well, that's how pissed off I get. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I get it. Like I understand autocorrect tries to make sense out of your sentences. But in those situations, you're right. There's
that's
things
our
that
big
you
mistake right there because we can't even make sense of ourselves. So
yeah, but I see that it's a pain in the ass because it's like just like you said, you switch this to something that doesn't make sense from something that did make sense.
Yep.
Where the fuck was your thought process?
And then it's like fuck you. It's like duck you. Like that's what? Who the fuck says that?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's an Apple thing. They're no cursing. They won't.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, then you type like duck and it changes it to fuck.
You're right. I've typed other things and it comes up fuck or dick.
It's like
or something like what? How come I couldn't 10 minutes ago when I wanted to spell that?
I don't.
You changed dick to like giraffe or some fucking crazy thing.
I don't fucking get it. It makes no rhyme or reason.
No.
So anyway, Tyler, you are in for it. He said he got the 13 Pro Max. You are in for it, bud. Great phone, takes great pictures, but I will tell you what, you are going to be in for it with that fucking autocorrect.
And that's not enough to get me to switch from Apple, though. I still like Apple. Yeah, and I've had plenty of iPhone or plenty of Android.
I started with Android, went to Apple, switched back to Android, and now I'm back with Apple. And I'll tell you right now, you'll never get me to Android again.
You know what?
Now you talk to Harry, he'll tell you right now, oh, Apple's the biggest piece of shit out there, Android for life.
I never have any problems with mine.
I feel the same way.
Other than that's my only gripe about Apple is the autocorrect and their text-to-speech. I used to use that a lot when I had Android.
You just
a
gotta
lot.
talk. You just gotta talk slow.
It never works for me. Never fucking works. Android, I never had to think
Have
about
you
it.
ever listened to yourself talk?
I push
You wonder why the phone. You're like, the phone's probably like, well, just fucking
No,
spit it
not
out.
when I'm in fucking thinking about what I'm supposed to be saying, you dummy.
Yeah, it's worse yet.
But yeah, when I used to drive, I would do text to speech a lot, and it always worked fine with Android. Now that I have the Apple, I just type it because it ain't worth the fucking fight.
Absolutely.
And it takes longer to boot up when you
Case
push
in
it.
point, not to cut you off, but Tyler. I said anyway. He said his anger got the best of him, was why he got a new phone. Roughly, I was gonna put Ben there, done that. I typed in Ben, B-E-E-N. Look what it changed it to, Brent.
Yeah.
I literally typed in B-E-E-N.
Like, okay, so you're trying to change it to a boy's name?
It literally-
Ben was a fucking boy's name to begin with. Oh, no, B-E-E-N.
And it changed it. So I typed Ben there, started typing there, T-H-E. It put the T on the end of the Ben, changed it to Brent here. So it's Brent here now instead of Ben there. What the fuck, dude? I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Ben there makes sense.
Yeah.
Leave it the fuck
I want
alone.
Ben there, done that, and it wouldn't fucking let me.
So here's the thing. This is our
Holy
stubborn
fuck,
asses.
dude.
I know listeners right now are going to be saying, because there's a lot of iPhones out there, obviously, but I'm sure somebody out there is going, well, why don't you just turn it off? I can't bring myself to turn it off, though.
What?
The autocorrect.
Oh, that's I never honestly. As
You could
weird
just
as,
turn it off.
As weird as it sounds, I never thought of that either. But I will say there is a handful of times that it works, and exactly
Right. The 65 to 70% of the time it works is worth it to me for the fucking 30% that it screws up royally.
But I do feel that I find myself lately correcting it more because the autocorrect is taking over and fucking up, as opposed to me typing something.
Well, I've thought
so
that.
if I was to turn it off, I feel like I would make less mistake. I would be correcting shit less.
When I was driving truck, I remember thinking to myself, recorrecting like I would type it normal, it would change it to something. I'd have to delete it all, do it again. And because I wasn't paying attention, I typed the same thing, hit space, and it would do the same fucking thing again. I remember doing it 4 or 5 times one time, thinking to myself, this is more fucking dangerous right now. Granted, I'm not supposed to be texting and driving
going
to
out the
begin
window
with.
is what I'm thinking.
But if I am going to text and drive, at least make my fucking autocorrect right so I don't have to text and drive 19 more fucking times.
I will tell you, I discovered not that long ago through TikTok or something. Maybe my daughter told me. But if you hold the space bar, like so, if you typed a long thing out and you get say the second word out of 20 is wrong, instead of having to
That's
delete,
a good tip for a lot of people don't know that.
Instead of like deleting all that, if you press and hold your space bar, you can then move that cursor around like it was a mouse on a computer per se, and you could put it wherever you want.
That's one of those things that
is
seems so
handy.
simple to us.
Oh my god, I use
but
it.
Some
all the
people
time.
are probably listening, going, "Oh fuck, I never knew you could do
Because
that."
a lot of you get typing, I'll get like this. I'm not even paying attention. All of a sudden, I go to proofread real quick. I'm like, oh my god, the first word's wrong. I'm like, I'm not fucking deleting all that. I just hold that down, go right up there, boom, correct it.
Yeah,
send.
that is handy.
Oh, I use that especially with this autocorrect bullshit. A lot of times, I'll even see that it changed the word wrong, and I'll just say, fuck it, I'll leave it, finish what I'm doing, and
Go
then
back.
and then I'll use that space bar and use.
You
it
know
that
what
way.
trick I like that a lot of people don't know about, and a lot of people won't even give a fuck about. But if you hold the 0.
It turns to the degree.
To the degree.
Yeah.
To me, that makes such a nicer sentence when you're trying to tell somebody, they're like, oh, what's the temperature? Somebody just put 75. Oh, it's 75 out. To me, looks so much shittier than if you put 75 with a little degree
That's
thing.
just a personal pet
And,
peeve.
yeah.
But I'm with you on that.
But now that I know that little symbol is there, and I'm wondering, I'm sure there's a million other
There's
ones.
tons of if you hold them, there's tons.
I
of
never
them.
really pay attention or never needed any other, like the tilde thing. There's like the tilde thing and all sorts of different shit.
Like there's one if you whatever it would be like if you need a little dash over the E or something, you can do that. There's all sorts of ones, different tons of them.
Yeah.
But
well, so there's your iPhone lesson. Good for Tyler. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
My thing with iPhone, I probably couldn't. First of all, I'm happy with iPhone. I wouldn't switch anyway. But second of all, a big reason that I wouldn't switch is that with all this editing and with the podcast stuff, everything that I own works so flawlessly together.
That's what a big thing. That's a very good point.
My fucking MacBook,
it just
is so simple. Like if I want to send this picture right now, I could just one click and it's on my phone.
A millisecond. Yep.
I mean, I've sent all our all the teaser trailers I make for each episode.
I get them all.
I send them right to my phone from my computer. It takes instantly. It goes right.
Not
to
only that, like, well, I got the iPad here, the watch, the fucking phone. You want to send me something? Yeah, it's just so even. Or I want to send you something. Exactly. I can send it right to your computer. It's everything does interact with each other.
Say that iPad was mine and the watch was mine. I had the phone and this all Apple. They all work together
perfectly.
Like phone calls
yes.
come up. If I'm working on my laptop out in my back porch, it's nice out. Say I'm having coffee in the morning, doing some editing. I left my phone on my nightstand or whatever.
Doesn't matter.
The phone call comes up here. The text can come up here.
Yep.
Just everything fucking works. Or your it all is like
yes.
together. I love it.
100%.
Love it. Android, if it does do that, it's got to be fucking clunky. All the Android user would be like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Harry will fist fight us. I hope he doesn't hear this.
Android and iPhone are like Chevy versus Ford. It's like everybody's always wrong and everybody's always right.
Yeah. I think even pairing the Apple shit to a smart TV is easy, though, even though this isn't an Apple TV, but it's still so, I don't know. We're just biased to Apple, with the exception of the autocorrect, I think. But I think it's an ease of use type thing. The user interface, as far as to use it, is very easy.
You know, one thing I always liked about Android that I always thought that I was going to miss was the customization. You know, you could change icons, you could change your keyboard, you could change this, change that.
You can do all that on these.
The problem with that is I would find a keyboard that I liked, and I would use it for about a year. And never use any other ones anyway. Or I would go through and search and do all these different, what are they called, like shells or something. I don't know. You download these apps and it like changes all your icons, your background, your keyboard, everything all in one. And I would always end up just doing the stock one anyway. So yeah, on one hand, I'm like, well, you can't customize the iPhone, but I never did when I could.
But you can now. I mean, nowadays it's all there. Download an app. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I don't know if you can on iPhone. Can you download new keyboards and shit for them?
Mm-hmm.
Can you? I didn't know that. I thought that
was
in
your app store. Look in your app store. I'm sure you'll find it.
Let me do that while you read this thing.
I'm sure you'll find it. You could change colors and all sort. You could change it so that your TikTok symbol's different. There's all sorts of apps. Mom's sex starter kit for her teen sons includes tips on fingering and anal. So what that tells me is mom appreciates a good fingering and anal.
Mm-hmm. If she thinks so highly of it that she has to tell her kids.
She's not even talking about how to fuck or anything. It's like anal. It's all about anal. A mom of two has created a first-time sex starter kit for her teenage sons to help them in preparation for losing their virginities. Chloe McIntosh, who's based in the UK, there we go. You crazy fucks over there, I'll tell you.
Ain't it always? It's either Ireland, Scotland, or fucking UK or Australia.
Yeah. I'll tell you, we got to come over there and visit. I
sure do.
We got some crazy fucking women over there. Recently launched sexual wellness app Kama, K-A-M-A, however the fuck you want to say it, with the aim to break the stigma around discussing sex and eroticism for people of all ages. McIntosh was inspired by her own teen sons. As a mom to 16-year-old Felix and 14-year-old Elliot, she knew all too well that young people have a lot of questions about intimacy. That was her inspiration for launching this app, which even includes a section for losing your virginity. So we're going to have to check that app out in case we want to lose our virginity.
What is it? If we want to be good at sex, changing... Did you just read that?
I didn't read any of that.
If we want to be good at sex, what is this? This is an Instagram post.
Yeah.
The picture says self-pleasure is your training ground for great sex. And then the caption under it, if we want to be good at sex, changing our masturbation into mindful practice is the best advice we can give. Sex is one of the few things we want to be really good at, yet don't practice.
In Wes's case, you want to be really good at foreplay. Fuck sex.
Yeah, fuck sex. It's like a wanting to be great at tennis and only showing up for the tournament. When we practice self-pleasure, we train for the sex we really want to have. Masturbation will help you. All right, listen up, listeners.
Closely.
Masturbation will help you become your best lover.
Lies.
Satisfy your partner. Expand your orgasms. Last longer. Boost your sexual confidence. Learn more skills and techniques. Improve your mental, physical, and relational well-being, spread more love and pleasure in the world.
The only thing I found masturbating has done for me is make my socks stand up on end.
That's kind of cool.
That's about it, though.
Yeah, like little troops over in the corner, waiting for war.
Well, it's just easy. What I do is I prop them up and I leave the opening, so when I want to put them on, they're just standing there waiting, so I just fucking slip my foot down in and away we go.
We are finalizing 2 new masturbation meditations for this Friday. We can't wait to share. Download the Kama app, on Android and iPhone. Link in bio. You can't. I don't I can't see myself turning on a masturbation meditation. I feel like I'm going to turn on, what's her name? Valerie White from earlier in the show. That's what I'm going to look. That's meditation for me for when that's that time.
A porn.
What how many do you think is too many times a week?
To what? Jerk
What do you
off?
think an average male masturbation should be a week?
I think we've talked about
a 7-day week.
I think we've talked about this before. What's supposed to be normal? I would say 3 to 5 times a week, maybe.
Even in a relationship?
I feel like we talked about this.
Even in a relationship?
Yeah.
Think so?
I think so. I would agree.
Now we know he does it 3 or 4 times a week.
On average.
What about a woman?
Some weeks are more. Oh my God, they probably do it 3 times a day.
I'm finding, just from meeting people and people trying to get with me and shit because of this fucking show, it's that girls do it quite a bit.
I believe that.
Way more than I thought.
I believe that.
Way more than I do. And I don't, Mom, actually. I don't do that. Just for something happened in my head. And just for a split second, I got thinking, my mom listens to this. I usually don't remember that, but I did this time.
Yeah, he just always asks for that fucking box of Kleenex and lotion at Christmas time just for his dry hands.
So I think, I don't know if this story is correct. I can't remember. It's so long ago. But I remember one time she didn't catch me, but she thought she did, and it was still embarrassing. Something had happened. I had a paper towel in my room back in my house when I lived at home with my parents. And I had a pair of shoes. Remember them little shoes I wore? They were like Adidas or whatever they were.
Yes.
Back then. Well, something had happened, and I was I remember I was under my bed for some reason, getting something or doing something under my bed, and those shoes were there, and I found that paper towel was right there next to the bed. I took it and put it in my shoe. Don't ask me why. I don't know why I didn't just throw it the fuck out. Whatever reason, I put it in that shoe.
You were probably thinking you were going to use it for later.
Maybe I was going to use it for that, but I did. Either way, I didn't, and I forgot all about it. I didn't wear them shoes for a while. Well, apparently my mom had gone in my room, and I remember she said to me one time, she said, I found your stash, or whatever, I don't know what word she used, but I found your stash in your shoe. And it fucking clicked in my head.
You were like,
I remember finding that fucking paper towel and putting it there now. It's the first time I thought about it since I had done it. And I'm like, how the fuck do you get out of this? How do you say, no, that's not what that
Mom,
was?
I was cleaning my windows.
Of course it wasn't, Wes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just kind of left it. I probably just laughed it off or something, but it really wasn't. But it was as good as her finding it.
Come on, this is an old story. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth.
Now, from that day on, I put them all in my shoe.
Yeah, that's the best place to keep them. Your mom's not coming here going in your shoes
like
anymore.
Dr. Souls or whatever now.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Right.
She's not going through your shoes anymore, so who gives a shit?
The majority of girls, I'll tell you what, so say for an ease of math, 5 girls I talked to in the last however month or two, just made that number up completely. But I'll bet you 4 of them that I talked to masturbate multiple times a day.
Told you.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
I was.
I'm not.
I was. Not anymore. I was.
We talk all the time
like,
how
really?
Girls are worse than guys. We talk about it all the time.
4 of the 5 do it multiple times a day. They do there's like a morning wake up fingering and a after dinner fingering. After dinner / before bed fingering. A dingering, if you I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything quick enough.
Pixar never happened.
Most of them did. Most of them.
That's true. I've seen them.
Most of them. Yeah.
But
yeah, so that's so what is she saying here? The content goes beyond the basics. While most teens attend sex education classes at school, that only gives them bare bones information. Yeah, because that doesn't teach you how to finger or do anal, so let me do it as your mom.
Yeah, let me show you.
Isn't really applicable in real life. Applicable or applicable?
Tomato.
That's why Macintosh wants something better. The content we wanted to put out there is more than some tips to put a condom on. It's more relating to the experience
People
of making
still wear
it
condoms?
relaxed and not according to that one article where the use of condoms has gone down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, this isn't as interesting as I thought it was, but it goes on to say that she's basically trying to teach people how to
her sons in
particular. Yep.
Yeah.
She's trying to get them a little bit more beyond the typical don't catch herpes and use a condom.
Thing of it is who is this woman to make a sex tip app? Like, who's to say that you're the best at? You're not better than Sex MA. For let's just say, how do you?
Right? Maybe your fucking information doesn't work for.
Maybe you suck.
Billy down at.
Maybe you suck in fucking bed.
Sure.
And you're making an app telling me what women want.
And she probably.
I mean, I guess women know what women want, but
she probably does.
Yeah, who knows? To each their own, I guess. I'm just saying, she just created this app.
Lions don't tell other lions that they're lions.
True.
So here's this lady telling everybody
she's probably
how she's
a dead
fucking...
She probably just fucking lays there on her back, probably makes no sound.
Nothing.
And just fucking, yeah.
Like a fish out of water.
Like fucking a corpse.
Yep. Just like the rest of them.
Yeah. Which I'd rather fuck a corpse then, and if that's the case, fuck it. At least it's a cooler story.
We joke about that. But do you think I'm trying to think of different sexual encounters where I could say one was better than the other. And I actually can. I know I always say that, like, some of them they're all the same. They just lay there and there. Granted, she wasn't much different than the rest of them. They're all pretty much the same. The 80% of what they do is just lay there. I mean, there's other things. Like I say, I'm not into whips and fucking leather and all that bullshit, so that doesn't count. But I remember one... Jessica, actually, I could say the name. There's a million fucking Jessicas out there, but the way she looked at me when I was having sex with her was fucking crazy. I couldn't explain it to you but the way she would look at me while I was doing it was the best sex I ever fucking had. To this day, I think she was better. One of the best. The best. The best.
I could understand that. Sometimes they could look at you and not make any sound, but you could just tell that.
Dude, I'm trying not to sound like gay or emotional or whatever, but she was like, look into your eyes or something. I can't remember what the fuck she did.
Right to your goddamn soul.
She was having sex with my fucking soul.
Yeah.
That's what she was doing. And I could not last with her for nothing.
For nothing.
No. She might listen to the show, actually. Well, just say, hey, whatever the fuck. You just know you're the best lay I've ever had.
If you do, come on up. We got the cast in bed here. He'd like you to have sex with his soul one more time at least. So
she's the best sex I've ever had.
Don't see, it's guys like you that boost her fucking ego. Now she's going to be out there thinking she's a fucking 10.
Probably her and the main girl, which me saying that, I hope you know who I'm talking about. That one, those two are probably the best. And the only reason for the main one, because it was way back in the beginning, actually, just like you said, virgin. Me and her learned everything about sex together, so that was cool. But still, I think Jessica, just the way she looked during it, was like she was the best one. Do you have any specifics you want to?
None that I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, okay. That's the end of that. Anyway, check out this app if you're interested in how to spruce up your sex life a little bit. But if you're into aliens,
yes,
and you think you might be in love with an alien, this article is for you.
I can tell you right now, if this is that woman, it's a picture of her, I could see why she's into aliens.
It is. A London YouTuber claims to have been abducted by aliens and fallen in love with one of them. So even if
she was abducted, I don't think she'd remember it. So this is a farce.
Of the things that we fucking read on here, though, this doesn't surprise me. Like, there's girls that are having sex with willow trees. Yep. And there's some chick that has threesomes with the Lord. There's some guy that has 50,000 girlfriends that are his balloons and shit.
And his wife's okay with it.
There's so much fucked up shit
as fucked up as
that
him.
This alien abduction and then falling in love it's like normal to me anymore.
I don't get it, man. I really don't.
Sick of men on Earth.
We're not as fucked up as we think.
Maybe we got to broaden our horizons. Yeah.
Or that.
Maybe we're fucking boring and these people are right.
That's what I was going to say. Either we're super fucking boring or I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody's going to email us and be like, listen, don't fuck with my alien girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Come slap us in the face. Keep my alien wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Fucking hand like this or something.
Uh-huh. And be like Will Smith and Men in Black.
Yeah, gonna bitch slap us.
Keep her name out your fucking mouth. Sick of men on Earth, London actress Abby Bella says that she hopes to normalize interspecies dating To find her soulmate. Look, we don't even know if there's fucking aliens, and this girl's already trying to teach us how.
Well, there is. I'm telling you right now, Abby, she's
in love with him.
Yeah, Abby's telling us there is. She was abducted by him.
To find her soulmate, London actress Abby Bella looked to the skies.
This is where E.T. came from.
Yeah. She claims that she fell for an alien after it swept her into its UFO and right off her feet. Well, at least he was chivalrous.
Yeah.
Bored by the pandemic. And this is always something to do with the fucking pandemic. And all these crazy fucking people.
I am so sick of hearing about it. It's
I know it. And but I'll tell you, all this crazy shit comes out of this fucking pandemic. I'll tell you, I hated being stuck in the house. I hated to have to wear masks. I hated all the bullshit that came along with it. But there's never once something that this pandemic made me decide to love God, like have sex with God, or marry a ghost, or fuck a tree, or fall in love with an alien. Never along them lines. I was like, it sucks. I can't go to the bar.
Boring.
Apparently,
you're just not exciting.
Apparently, bored by the pandemic and unimpressed by the offerings on Earth, Bella explained that she joked online about wanting an alien to abduct her.
So she asked for this.
Sure. Before long, she began to have dreams of a white light, and then on May 31st, Bella says she heard a voice in her dream. It commanded her to wait in the usual spot. Bella had never heard the voice before, and yet she says she knew what it meant. How the fuck? What? Where? How? How do you know where the fucking spot is?
Miraculously, she just knew exactly what to do, where to go. I don't know.
The next evening, what?
Some of these articles we read like piss me off because they're so fucking far-fetched that
right. You almost want to slap this chick and just be like, "Come back to fucking Earth, bitch. You're the fucking alien."
Well, apparently she doesn't want to. She doesn't like being on Earth. Apparently she.
Well, maybe she's onto something. I can't seem to find a girl that's decent and doesn't lie and shit. Maybe I got to look into the fucking galaxy. Maybe there's more out there.
Look no further.
I can't wait till I have a dream tonight about a white light.
Oh my God. You'll know, right? Go to the usual spot.
Where? Where's the spot?
Oh, you'll know. You'll know.
The next evening, I sat next to my open window, Bella said. She waited. And as she began to fall asleep around 12:15 a.m., a flying saucer swept into view before... I can't even read this, dude. What the fuck?
Bella knew it. She wasn't in her bedroom any longer. There was a bright green beam which transported me to the UFO. Most might be alarmed by such a turn of events, but not Bella. I'm one of those people who all my life had weird encounters. Yeah, you being one. She explained on her YouTube channel. Nevertheless, Bella soon found herself where very few humans claim to have ever gone. In the belly of a flying saucer. In Bella's telling, she encountered 5 aliens in the UFO, so it was a gangbang.
Oh, yeah, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's getting interesting.
Now, okay. I take
you got
this back.
my attention.
Yep, you got. Now we're getting somewheres. They were tall and slender, but Bella couldn't make out their true forms. There's only one form that mattered, and that was the schlong. I couldn't see them clearly.
What would an alien's dick look like?
And they telepathically said, I'm not ready to see them in their true form.
Here's a picture that they got a selfie together.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that one takes air, though. That's a unique one.
Oh, so does mine.
Yeah. But from what I could see, they had a slight green hue and big black eyes with human features, such as eyebrows. She doesn't look bad there with a mask on.
No, not bad. In a sketch Bella drew for Cater's News, the aliens have round faces and a snake-like gaze. Bella described them as having big eyes with irises.
Wow.
But Bella wasn't frightened. On the contrary, she was love-struck. There was one who connected with me. She gushed. Describing the... Dude, I can't find a... Listen to what we said in the beginning. I can't find a normal girl, and these people are finding fucking people that don't even exist.
Well, apparently this alien didn't find a normal fucking girl either, so don't feel bad.
That's true. Yeah. I guess, yeah, that's a good point.
He's just as fucked as you are. Apparently he's going to be deleting Bumble next.
Oh, God. For a minute there, I'm thinking to myself, I can't find nobody, and this chick's finding aliens.
I got to tell you right now, if there is really aliens, whether there is or there isn't, I don't know. I have no proof. So one way or the other. But I can say, if there is aliens, they are looking at us going, you are some fucked up motherfuckers.
Yep.
They don't. You think they're coming to Earth? The fuck they are. They want to stay far away from us.
You think I'm picky now? Wait till I meet an alien.
Oh my
fucking
God.
fingers are too long. There's only 3 fingers on each hand.
Oh my God, they got big
They have
eyes.
webbed feet. Their eyes are too fucking
Their
big.
head's like a fucking shaped like a football or something.
Upside down pear.
Oh my
Some
goodness.
fucking thing. Oh yeah, I'll be all sorts of picky. Now watch an alien. Watch I'll meet an alien
But they
tonight
could
in my
be good.
sleep,
They could be good at foreplay.
and it'll be love at first sight. I'm telling you,
You'll be getting married.
I would. There was one who connected with me. She gushed, describing the feeling as being in love times 100. I didn't get his name, but I felt exactly the same.
His name is E.T. for you that don't know.
Yes.
That
stands for Ed Thompson.
Ed is short for Edward.
Yes, it is. However, the star-crossed...
That's on the marriage certificate.
It's gonna be once they figure that all out.
However, the star-crossed lovers faced a few hurdles. For one, the alien told her that dating a human was taboo, although he was willing to break the rules. For another, Bella wasn't sure that she wanted to leave
Love
planet
will make
Earth
you
and
do
never look
funny
back.
things.
I'll tell you, yeah.
Even if you're an alien.
It really will. And he didn't want to break the rules, but he must
did it anyway.
He was in love, too.
He was in love.
Maybe she's good in bed.
This is the match made in heaven.
He's a simp. This is what he's a fucking simp.
Sure, they are. Even the fucking aliens are desperate.
He's doing whatever the fuck she wants.
You desperate alien fucking loser bastards.
He said I had to consent to go with him, but I didn't want to say yes in case they took me forever. So sadly, Bella left the UFO after just 20 minutes. So he lasts about long as a typical man. So now I don't feel so bad. And back on Earth, she
spent 20 minutes with this alien and they're both in love. I've spent 3 weeks talking to girls and I can't get them to even fucking like me. It's just great.
You're not a fucking alien.
I guess not. I guess I gotta be more alien.
Oh, here we so and back on Earth, she bemoaned the gaping differences between aliens and Earthmen. Aliens offer an extra quality of care, she said. Men on Earth just tell lies and have double standards.
Yeah, well, the feeling's fucking mutual,
women
bitch.
fuck trees and date aliens.
yeah.
So I guess we'll call ourselves
You
even.
guys lie too.
Yeah. Some, Bella noted, might be squeamish about earthing alien relationships, but they just haven't considered interspecies dating. Bella hopes to be a pioneer in this field and normalize interplanetary
You keep reading this. I'm
love.
gonna see if I can find her YouTube and see if she has a YouTube video explaining
God,
this.
I hope so. Although many have raised an eyebrow at Bella's story, she's hardly alone in claiming an alien encounter. During the pandemic, sightings of UFOs have surged. The National UFO Center reported that sightings jumped up by about 1,000 in 2020 to 7,200 recorded quote-unquote encounters with extraterrestrials.
Got it. You can find anything. Oh, we got to watch this ad for 5 seconds.
There was like all this love and light around him, and it just felt like
She's not good looking at all.
almost
Nope.
knew each other.
She ought to be
from, like,
It's them
different
fake
life
lips and big old fucking fake.
Hi, I'm Abby Bella. I'm
And the
an
big
actor
tits.
and creator, and I'm in love with an alien. So I just, I do a
Yep,
lot of
completely
comedy. I
fake.
do some skits on Instagram. I was making a lot of jokes about aliens, and I started saying that it would be so fun.
Aliens.
You could date aliens because Tinder is so terrible. And I feel like I connected
see?
telepathically with the aliens.
I'm with you,
because
Bella.
They heard
Or
me kind of say
Abby.
it over and over again, and I kept on like joking about it and like leaving my
She's
window
hideous, I
open
can
at
tell you
night,
right
and
there.
it was just like a weird, like little quirky thing that I did, and I didn't realize.
That's
they were,
'cause no man
yeah,
on
the
earth
aliens
wants
attracted
you.
To me, but they connected to me telepathically, and just under 2 weeks ago, I saw the UFO.
This is perfect. Girls will do this. Some girls will do this. I got to be careful because
This is a
obviously
huge
not all.
attention grab. This is one of the biggest attention grabs I've ever seen.
Some girls will do this. Will say, "Oh, everybody wants me. I'm so great. You can't handle me." It's all the same fucking thing. But the "everybody wants me" part gets me because this girl now can say, "Aliens love me. You should too." Is basically what she's getting at. No, nobody fucking loves you. You're all fucking fake, and you're probably a fucking psycho bitch.
And,
but
while you're here on Earth, the alien is cheating on you.
you can't find anybody. Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. What do you think that alien's doing? Just going home and fucking thinking about you,
Just
Abby?
waiting for you to go to sleep at 12:15
Don't be
a.m.
selfish.
so he can come pick you up.
outside of my room.
Doesn't she know fuel's expensive?
And I had an encounter, and that's how I met them. It was
I hope it ain't a
one
diesel
alien,
fucking UFO. That motherfucker.
and his
Holy
crew
shit.
on their UFO. I realized that he was
I guess the aliens
one,
should have voted for Biden.
just telepathically as well. Like I could feel it.
That's
I
who
could
did
feel
vote for
when I first
Biden.
encountered him. There was like all this love and light around him, and it just felt like we almost knew each other from like a different life or a different galaxy.
Her
I
voice
can't
makes me want to
explain it,
strangle
but
her.
We have this instant connection. And it's
Just grab that necklace she's got it and just twist it enough to where it
thing that
tightens.
Literally.
my
I'll
alien
fucking choke
communicated
her.
to me that
And
is
not in
most
a good way.
important is that they're already here, but they come in peace. But we can't see them, and the future for us, for them, and for us is going to be interspecies dating. But it's still taboo, and it's still taboo for them because to them, we're
How many times is she gonna open these fucking blinds?
Yeah, I know.
Would have been frowned upon as well.
She keeps looking out there
But
like there's
future
something,
is
like there's
for us
something
to
coming
be
from
together.
outer space.
Like there's aliens coming
Yeah.
or something.
Look at her, she's packing for the
Yep.
trip. She's
Getting ready.
She's going to see her man.
Oh, she's taking her computer because they got Wi-Fi up there.
Because it's new and unexplored.
It's the sci-fi
and
once you
I
get up
think
there.
there's just a fear around it, and it's taboo. But you know, like back in the day, you couldn't date someone from a different class to yourself. So I think
You
know,
left
those
that one
rules do
out.
change.
She's a good one.
Love has no borders and no bounds. So I'm hopeful. The future for me and my alien partner, I don't know what's going to happen because, to be honest, I know that our planet is very violent and we keep on waging wars against each other. So I don't know what the reaction
No, you're gonna
will be
save the
from my
fucking
generation for
galaxy.
alien
Yep,
dating,
she sure
but
is.
definitely the
Cheating.
next
Did you see
One
the blue
alien at a
alien in the
time.
back?
We'll probably
See the blue?
have to,
Yeah, there's a blue alien in the
either
back.
keep
Caught
it,
her.
I guess a long
Red
And this
handed.
guy's just gonna sit there and not do nothing.
He don't care.
He ought to use. He ought to Will Smith that bitch.
Wait till he gets in a couple relationships with Earth women.
Yeah.
He won't trust a fucking soul.
No, he'll learn how fucking evil and bad they are for you.
What was her name? What the fuck was her name?
Holy shit! How did
Abby Bella.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's Abby Bella. She's in love with the alien. I'm in love with the stripper.
I don't know. There's really not much more to say after that. Just to take it for what it's worth. I mean, this bitch is right off her fucking rocker, if you ask me. She really is.
Well, of all the articles that
you know
we've
what
talked,
you know what the craziest part is? Like I feel this is probably somewhat of an attention grab. But after watching that, I kind of feel like she probably fucking believes that.
well, there's probably a mental issue. There
But
really
she
is. And I'm not
believes-
making fun of her. There's probably some
Fucking
type
make
of
fun
a.
of Rihanna. She's a fucking idiot.
Well, there.
It's like I'm gonna fucking start dating this rum chata bottle. This is now my lover. This rum chata bottle. People are fucked up.
Well, and it's that you use that
thing
like
of
you're
it is-
exaggerating, but that's not even exaggerating from some of these fucking articles we've.
The thing of it is, and if I do that and you judge me for it or something, I'll have you tore apart, man. They'll tear you apart.
I keep seeing something somewhere. Maybe it's in one of our articles that we just haven't got to yet. Something about a guy that is in love with the number 12.
I don't know about that.
Like he has sex with the number 12 or something like that.
How?
I know. I couldn't answer
Man,
you.
I picked 10.
I could use an even number, you crazy fuck.
Well, the fucking 10.
Oh wait, 12 is an even number.
Oh, now we're gonna fist fight over even and odds. Meanwhile, we're fucking numbers.
Of all the articles we've talked about, what do you think is the craziest? Which one made you honestly in your head go, holy fuck?
The tree and the guy with the balloons. It's tough between those two.
I would say the tree is up there for me. I think I don't know exact here, but I think the threesomes with the Lord and the ghost lover one, where the husband didn't mind that the wife wanted, or something, the wife wanted to have babies with a ghost.
Those are just so crazy that I don't even. It's yeah, I get what you're saying.
Those are up there. The tree one and those two are up there. In fact, I'm gonna say the ghost one because I guess with the threesomes of the Lord, you can kind of be like, yeah, I'm really religious, okay, and I don't understand all that. So, all right, I'll give you that.
I'm a fucking scared of ghosts, so I'm definitely not having a relationship with one.
Well, it ain't even ghosts, is it? Is it like we've always talked about? If you open the curtains and there's a face in your window, even if it's human.
God, I don't know. I don't even want to think. I don't want to think about it. I'm not even gonna think about it. Not thinking about it.
Oh God! On that note, let's go to bed.
Yeah. Oh my God! It's about time, ain't it?
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.